song.
The 1996 season started on a wet March Saturday night at a legendary Long Eaton Sports Stadium. As with most opening meetings of the season, Junior Wayman arrived totally prepared and cruised to the first win of the night. With everyone's eyes on the 515's car's two extra roll bars which turned the vintage Linton tarmac car into the latest dirt track special. Meanwhile, further down the grid, world champion Keith Chambers was having difficulty with his new shell car, and even LE specialist Ian Platts was seen in the wires, but by heat 2 the track had dried and speeds increased, so he joined it with 3 laps to go.
Oh, look at that lot down there. That's the leader, I think, who might well be caught up there. So. Junior Wayman, of course, up there now in 515. And he's the man who's about to get the checkered flag. It goes up, and it goes down for him. Cars on the back straight. And there's a smashing battle at the front, and it's the 21 car that's gone into the lead. As they try to come through the back markers. Could well be a close finish, this one. Ian Platt's renowned for his use of the front bumper. Right, 3 to go now for the lead car this time around. It comes up to lap the 2-on-3 car. This could prove difficult, but no, there's a tangle in front of him, and Ian Platts tiptoes past them. He's keeping safe enough out of trouble, with car number 40 still holding second, but some way behind now. 391 closing in third, but unless there's a mistake by the first two, with just 2 laps to go, it looks unlikely that 391 is going to start his season with a win in his second race. The board for the last lap now just being readied, and it's shown to the lead car, who then puts the bump in on 32, and it looks like they could have tangled. Indeed they have, and they've taken with them number 391, and that's left number 40 in the lead with just the 3rd and 4th fence to negotiate, and it looks like it could be a fortuitous win for car number 40. He's coming around to take the checkered flag. He wasn't expecting this, but with 1 lap to go, number 40 has taken the lead, and he's taken that flag. He's actually maintained a line of sorts, but could well be creating problems.
Through a Tristan May and Neil Smith car sculpture restarted the final, Ian Platt stormed into a lap 3 lead and ensuing victory, disposing of Mat Gulikers and lapping up to 2nd place in the process. But the top story from Long Eaton centred around Grand National winner Rob Perry. This ex-Stargrey Speedway driver would pick up the checkered flag following a bad mistake by Andy Smith, setting up the Norfolk racer for red top status in the first regrading of the year.
That surely will be the case. It's got to be in Platts by looking at 77 from Jeff Nichols in 215. Just look at this. Paul Harrison's got hooked up. Car number 215. That'll be confirmed when they come around again. Oh, Gilbank there, right in trouble. In fact, no messing about. Little that Ian Platts could have done anyway there. Oh, and what's happened there? That's Jamie Davidson, surely. There's the checker. Good start to the season for Platts in number 77. Bumper goes in there from Andy Smith on Des Chandler. Des Chandler forced out into the white top, trying his best to order the advantage, but it looks like he's going fencewards this time, but he collects 391 with him. Still, but the checkered flag there is shown to 217, 2nd is 215, 3rd is number 2, and in 4th place from his last handicap is number 77.
It was Stu. Way back in 1993, it was Stu Smith. In 1994, it was Dennis Higgins. In 95, it was Dave Pearce. And in 1996, the Stoke Auto Speedway came under the stewardship of its 4th stock car promoter, Steve Rees. From relative obscurity, the Huddersfield warehouse manager has suddenly become Brisca's busiest promoter, with 3 tracks running under the Steve Rees Promotions banner in the coming year. March the 29th marked the Formula 1 promoted debut for the SRP team, with the first race won by Paul Harrison, thanks to over-exuberant racing by 507 Neil Smith. 1, the core elements of early SRP meetings came into effect. This started quietly with a near rollover for top F2 start Bert Finnecke, with the non-stop action train arriving completely in the Formula 2 constellation. But in a matter of seconds, Alan Finnecke rolled on the turn 3 banking, while fellow yellow, Dan Queenan, totaled his car on the back straight. In the next race, Andy Jacklin became the first F1 rollover of the season, and after a huge Mark Ford drilling Bert Finnecke's F2 final, even more action occurred in the F1 main event. This race saw ex-Formula 2 driver Andy Powell form a stealthy roll on turn 4, with Andy Jacklin bringing a fine afternoon of SRP racing to a close with an even better roll in the Grand National, this time leaving his front axle on the back straight.
A good battle there between 615, Mick Harrison, 556, Alan Finnecke on the back straight. They cut across each other's rollover, they've tangled, and Finnecke rolls out on the infield. Flips over. The stew's in attendance, and it looks like he's alright. On the far side. The rest of them are still charging around here at a fair old rate. We've got a problem down here for car number 136. Steve Jacklin on 244. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter, and Ian Venables has gone, as you can see in the car. Up, so we got one over. Wave jealous, Mr. Starter, one right over there. 244, halfway next time, Mr. Starter, and Ian Venables has gone, as you can see in the car. Up, so we got one over. Wave jealous, Mr. Starter, one right over there. Woodall against Dolan, goes into a spin, 55, Stu Finnecke just creeps on through that on is number 1, on Shale in the sport of Brisca Formula 2 stock cars. The checker flag is raised, it is down, and the British champion, 5:59 from Leek in Staffordshire. Bert Finnecke takes this afternoon's Formula 2 stock car grand final. It's a close race. 371 Peter Wright. Getting by 73 Steve Pollard, who goes a lap down. 344 Phil Woodall follows him through. And look at the battle of a third between Finnecke and Johnson. Johnson looking to try and match away from the field, having passed Tony Williams, who's still in that second place. So it's car number 2. Paul Harrison first. 83 in second. And a stray over there. Axel out. And the Reds, Mr. Starter, please. Reds, Mr. Starter, please.
One month into the 1997 season, the main point of interest was the new Brisca Formula 1 promoter, Steve Rees. During the coming Bradford year, the SRP team would quite basically relaunch stock car racing as a North of England entertainment spectacle, but while the epic Odsal Bowl race sessions have already been immortalised, Steve's long history of stock car involvement remains mysterious in comparison. Warehouse manager and long-time Formula 1 fan Steve Rees was first introduced to the inner workings of stock car stadia at the long-gone Scunthorpe Raceway, a track which many remember for its narrow straights, big curbs, intimate lighting and neighbouring steelworks. The South Humberside small track opened to Formula 1 stock cars in 1988 under the joint promotion of Hartlepool to Warren Taylor and Skegness Supremo Vince Moody. Before long, the raceway changed hands to the new 101 stock car promotion team, headed by unrelated Brisca Formula 1 stars 100 Harry and 1 Stuart Smith. 6 times world champion Stuart took full control of the site the following year, whereupon the tight demanding oval soon resounded to a new name in stock car commentary, Steve Rees. Prior to helping out the maestro with race promotion, race programme and other meeting preparation, Steve published the first ever exclusively Formula 1 stock car magazine. This was called Stock Car Journal, and during its short publication is remembered for its multiple-page driver profiles and outspoken editorial. One of the first driver profiles in the journal was the original Silverstone superstar Frankie Wayman Sr., and no doubt this interview led to the intimate involvement for Steve with the purchase of a 1990 spec Wayman-built Formula 1 stock car. The Wayman-built white-top car hit the buzzing Formula 1 scene later that year, and with Stock Car Journal making way for racing, Steve made it to the B grade before drifting into retirement. With his on-track goals complete, Steve settled back into race commentary at the Stu Smith Raceway. His low-key career behind the mic ended in 1992 with the stadium's last ever race session. On the night in question, Kev Smith broke John Lunn's 5-year run of Grand National Championship victories, taking 4 out of 5 races and leaving Humberside over £1,500 richer. Following the race session's traditional late finish, the site was sold for redevelopment into an access road and supermarket, with Stu Smith opening Chesterton Raceway the following year. After the golden year of 1992, the early 93 drivers' strike allowed Steve to financially recover from the previous season's racing and prepare the first stage of his crowning stock car enterprise. The current chapter of the Reese story started 5 years ago in 1992, when the enterprising partnership of Vince Moody and Barry Watson shouldered the daunting burden of Bolton Auto Speedway. A massive investment programme and high rents left Trackstar Northwest with crippling debt repayments, bankrupting the company in the mid-1994 season. The well-appointed stock car track remained silent until November and the formation of Steve Reese Promotions. The all-new SRP team staged a series of ingenious publicity events and increasingly successful domestic race meetings, paving the way for a full Brisca Formula 2 season in 1995. After transforming Bolton into a popular smooth-running local race show, Steve Reese has achieved every promoter's dream. So, in late 1995, it was news to everyone that SRP Track Number 2 was to be Brisca Stock Car Racing's biggest venue ever, Bradford's Odsal Stadium. Over Christmas '95, SRP became the 4th team to promote stock cars at the Stoke Auto Speedway. With a 3-track empire, Steve left his day job and following the super slick March session is ready for the inaugural SRP Bradford.
After a great Easter weekend of racing, came the inaugural SRP Bradford race session. Despite the Tuesday night dateline, the terraces were looking healthy and were treated to upside-downers throughout the night, starting with Action Crash of the Year in Heat 2. Spending the next few nights in the workshop will be Teesside budget racer Terry Forster, whose high-speed roll has spectators ready to run up the terraces, but sort of applaud as he exited safely.
5-1-5, Junior Wayman from 33, Peter Fording in first and second places. Oh, and all sorts of trouble happening down there. Two Chambers involved in 2-5-0. 5-1-6 then in the lead from number 94 in that second place, 477. Mark Whitemore presently in the third position at the moment. Oh my goodness me! And yellow is Mr. Starter, please, and red. Yellow and red, Mr. Starter, please. 477. Mark Whitemore presently in the third position at the moment. And yellow is Mr. Starter, please, and red. Yellow.
While Finnegan and Speak won everything in the twos, the two drivers who made the biggest impression were Steve Green and Mark Taylor, who answered to the F2 disciplinary board after this literal on-track battle.
Right, checkered flag has gone out, 559 Bert Finnegan. Oh, and that's two of them who were in the placings caught up there, so that's going to make a change again. Number 90, Steve Green, and 7 and 90, two well-placed drivers, Mark Taylor. They were both there, the reds have gone out.
Heat 3 provides a good example of the early season points battle, with Lund, Wayman and Smith rising through the grid. We joined the race with day licensed driver Ian Moulds in the lead.
Still Graham Moulds in car number 150. 93, 396, 413 and 34. Mason in car number 202, getting involved over there. John Lund is also up there as well. Oh, but bumpers are going to go in hard there. Andy Smith, in fact, popping the bumper in very hard there. John Lund being slipped out wide whilst they were all fighting it out. Oh my goodness me, and a perfect opportunity or so it would seem there. But Andy Smith, in fact, goes out wide. John Lund comes back in, dives underneath Junior Wayman as well to go side by side down that far side. Andy Smith could well put the bumper in again on John Lund, which he does try to push him out into the trail. One comes back in, and 515 Junior Wayman draws away. Andy Smith drops back a bit as Lund moves after Wayman again. Down that far side is 515 and 53. Should be quite interesting. Meanwhile, up front, it's still Moulds by the look of it. Car number 150 at the halfway next time, Mr. Starter. So that halfway stage, Moulds still leads. But a little bit further down to where things are happening. Junior Wayman again is very wide and shot his way back into the corners. John Lund in car number 53 chases him right behind John. Andy Smith in car number 391. Moulds the leader from 94, still in that second place. Matt Gulikers up there in third position in 413. That's how they are. Mal Brown too. Nicely positioned in car number 34. Oops. Could be interesting here very shortly. John Lund goes hammering down the home straight, puts into that turn, and he's going to take Junior. By the look of it, Junior trying to hold him off as they go down that far side. It doesn't happen. John Lund trips the fence on the far side there. You saw the sparks fly. Is he going to go out wide on that turn? No, he's not. He's getting a little bit close. With 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 5 next time. So with 5 laps to go, we've got a little battle developing down there. Oh, they get caught up with that Marcus, and Lund gets caught up. So that's enabled Junior Wayman perhaps to break away just a little bit. Through they come again. Still Moulds in car number 150 and Chile 94. Jamie Davis is up there in 464. And he moves up into second place if that's confirmed. But Junior Wayman not too far behind in 515. Are we going to get another little dig in among the two as Lund goes chasing after the 391 car of Andy Smith down that far side. Ooh, and Jamie Davidson. Oh my goodness me! Andy's over. Wave yellows, Mr. Starter. Wave yellows. Okay, Mr. Starter. Reds, please.
What remained at Bradford was a Bert Finnegan-less Speak 1 Formula 2 final and a John Lund F1 main event, later awarded to Peter Falding after weighing. The general conclusion was that the first SRP Bradford was a success, with even better meetings on the way in May.
The red top drivers blast through.
Following the extremely well-received Coventry, Wimbledon and Bradford weekend, no one expected things to get better. But to the ardent race competition fan, Long Eaton's second meeting was just that. After a damp start with a Gasbox heat win, real stock car racing returned, with a 4-way Heat 2 battle starring Long Eaton's own John Wright.
Straightens up to check the checkered flag, and it's a win there for 41 Gasbox. Second place is 380 Stephen Kayser. In third, Andy Smith 391. So takes an avoiding in action, goes fence for his Lund's out, and so is Keith Chambers. So at the back of the John Wright up there in 5th place. Could well be on his way to his first win of the season. John Wright unable at this stage to close the gap. Tilly sitting in 3rd on the back straight, and the 3 board now is ready for your lead car. Paul Harrison loses a bit of time. He's under pressure from Junior Wayman on the back straight. Bumper goes in from Wayman. There's a back marker spinning out in front of them. Wayman trying to force his way through the Paul Harrison car. Those two look to be fighting for places. Chandler's got a few lower grade drivers in front of him. John Wright dives through past Webster. The 4-8 car, Paul Baker. Baker goes fence but spins out. But with the last lap board shown, John Wright needs to make contact now. McCudden's in Chandler's way, could prove problems for the Des Chandler car. Des Chandler goes inside the Lionel Shaw car. John Wright lines up, puts the bumper in. He's put Chandler into the McCudden car. Good effect there. John Wright fences Chandler. John Wright dives through to take the checker flag on the last lap. Chandler recovers to cross the line, crawls across the line in second place.
For 1:59, John Lewin. 9:31, Graham Smith in second place ahead of first yellow, 239.
Continuing Long Eaton's best races of the season was a consolation race starring ex-Banger driver Ian Venables, 244. Ian put up a good fight against his star grade namesake Ian Platts, getting everyone ready for the night's big races. The final was the night's big race, which also turned out to be one of the best races, with Peter Falding coming head to head with blue top Rob Perry and soon to be blue top Sean Tilley. And the stock line Grand National was also good, a true down to the line race, starring Junior Wayman, Les Spencer, Andy Smith and 33 Falding. While trouble between nephew Stu and Steve Maidlow put Formula 2 honours away of 559 Bert Finnegan.
Moved into second place. Behind your leader 244. We've got a fire down the 141 car. Come at the yellow flags, please. Yellow flags, race under caution for the 141 car. One point there from Danny Clark. Danny Clark in fact has put out John Lund on that bottom bend. Covered a bumper right there from Danny Clark. Lund obviously caught somewhat unawares. Goes fencewards. Rejoins the race but has lost quite a bit of time there. Halfway next time, Mr. Starter, with your lead car 244. Third place it's still Matt Bennett 413. Venables amongst some of the slower white top back markers, and John Lund and John Kaiser. So he'll need to be careful as he goes past the Dave Russo car, goes wide of Dave Russo. Lund gets delayed somewhat. John Lund needs to make up some lost ground. Venables blocked that move. Platts needs to regroup and close in again on the 244 lead car with 3 laps to go now. That's sufficient laps for Platts to close again as he does so as they go into the third bend. The two board is showed. It's Venables 244 your leader from 77. Platts puts the bumper in, nudges the back end of the white top car. Venables tries to keep control, keeps it straight as he goes down the back straight with 2 laps to go. Platts then dives through on the inside. Will Venables respond? Possibly not. That third and fourth bend, Venables couldn't respond. Platts now straightens the car up and crosses the line to take the checker flag. A good drive there for Venables in second place.
And just look at these drivers go now. 855 Steve Maidlow putting in that bumper in on Finnegan, and the man to capitalise there. Bert Finnegan in 559. The 3 red tops together. Bert Finnegan gets away, and Stu and Maidlow go out. 4, and he's right there with him now. 159 from 559. Big gap now. Black flag, Mr. Starter, for car 197. He's on the far side with sparks flying.
Look at Stu Finnegan, Brian.
Oh, and Finnegan really beginning to throw those sparks around there. From 575, Darren Cottrell. 335, Mark Woodall also making a fight of it. He's right there on the inside. But John Lewin hopefully looking to hang on now from his white top start as yet another race winner out on the shale. It's the British champion.
In fact, Tilley's proving to be a problem for the Perry car. He's forcing Perry to slow his forward movement. Perry puts the bumper in, tries to force Tilley off the line, but with every lap forward he's closing that gap. And on the next bend, yes, he puts the bumper in. Will Tilley get involved? I'm sure he won't get involved. You can see this is the battle for the lead. Fordy's closed right up on Perry. Andy Smith has moved into third place, but he's somewhere behind the leaders. All eyes focus on the 217.33 battle. With 5 to go next time, Mr. Starter. Fordy's trying to push Perry off his line. He's succeeded to do that. He tries to put Perry into the wires. Will Perry respond with the front bumper? Fordy sees he's going to be challenged. He goes out wide. Perry's not overruled by the red top driver, but Falding now has got himself a slight lead, although he goes slightly wide on that bend. Perry struggling to keep pace. There's two cars, one of them which is Willis, which take each other onto the infield. Andy Smith sitting in third place in front of Paul Harrison. Paul Harrison tries to remove the back marker car of Barry Heath, but instead goes fencewards from 217 in second place. Andy Smith crosses the line now in third. He's got Tilly in front of him. Tilly proves to be a problem there for the Andy Smith car, and in fact Andy Smith has been taken wide towards the wires for 33, Peter Folding, but keep your eyes on Chandler and Smith running third. Will Chandler put the bumper in? He does so in fact. Smith is forced slightly offline, but corrects himself to cut across the Des Chandler car. Keeps third as they cross the line. Spencer first to make his mark, although Tilly's proven to be a difficult low-grade driver to get past this evening, and Spencer has to force his way by. It puts Williams wide. Tilly seems to make aim with the front bumper, but doesn't connect this time. Frankie Jr. and Andy Smith 391. The Union Jack flag is out, signals to the drivers that it's half distance, and Spencer's now opened up himself a useful lead at the head of the field, although Junior's coming through. With Spencer clear, keep your eyes on the battle for second place. Junior Wayman is second, Smith is third, then it's Folding. Those three cars virtually bumper to bumper with less than 5 laps to go. I'm sure there's going to be some heavy contact. Will Smith make contact with Junior? Junior knows he's got some problems with a target on his back bumper. That's where the race looks to be, and if anything they're closing in on Spencer. Spencer's got quite a decent lead, but there's 3 laps to go. Spencer looks to be clear, although those 3 drivers are closing in second, third and fourth place. 2 laps this time around. Folding's looking for double points for this Grand National result. He's got just 2 more laps to get past Andy Smith and Frankie Jr. They seem to be at stalemate at the moment. 1 lap board goes out. Spencer's got a back marker. 77 Ian Platt's in front of him. He's slowing down all the time. I think the advantage is good enough though, but this is a last bend. Could it be big contact from... In fact it is. Junior goes in there with a front bumper. He's closed right upon Spencer. Will Spencer keep the line? Smith's pushing for the win. But no, as they cross the line, it's Spencer the goal winner. Junior Wayman looks to have taken second.
Paul Montague in car number 65 chasing down the back straight. And the fourth, Mark Whitemore already there as well. Everyone could well be in the pacing. Steve Burgess in car number 389. Rather not too badly at all. That was Nick Field, the Harrogate-based driver. And we've got a Guy Parker in car number 5.
The second Odsal Stadium Spectacular attracted even more Stocks fans to Bradford for an experimental A and B split programme. Things got off to a painful looking start, with a big turn 2 fence attack by Bedford's Neil Smith. Neil had just made it to red for the May regrading and was consoled by the new race compare, Top Gear's Steve Berry.
Matt Bennett making ground in car number 413. Guy Parker is moved to the outside of the circuit somewhat rapidly by the fast-moving Matt Bennett, who burst to the front of the pack over on the back straight. And that looks like somebody in trouble over on the far side.
There for Bedford, he's taken a huge hit, but he's alright, he seems okay. Let's show you appreciation for Neil Smith, number 507, a whacking great hit on the wall there. But he's out of the car, he's obviously had the wind knocked out of him. Let's face it, who wouldn't? But he's got out and he's walked away, and that's got to be a tribute to the strength of these cars. They do look hugely strong.
The front of the pack over on the back straight. And that looks like somebody in trouble.
Who's in the limelight at Odsal were Mark Webster, Mark Gilbank, heat winners John Lund, Junior Wayman and Matt Bennett. The self-confessed boy racer had dropped yellow grade in May, which moved him into the 10-lap B final lineup. Matt won this with ease and lined up near the front of the final race, which we join as the red top train explodes.
237 and Mark Webster in 226. Mal Brown is just about to be moved out of the way by Mark Gilbank in car number 21. Jamie Davidson slips out again a little bit on the wide side in 464, but not wide enough for John Lunn to get through in car number 53. And they're all punching up on that turn. John Lunn keeping it down near the inside there. They come out of that turn three abreast. Davidson still at the slight edge on Faulding and not on Faulding, because Faulding in fact gets caught up and then gets clobbered really hard there. Roadside on Peter Faulding does, and the car then yellows, Mr. Starter. Flames shooting up, which is rather more than a burnout, which brings that one to a very rapid halt. Peter's out of the car by the look of it. He is indeed, but that certainly did flash.
Well, that was incredible. Peter and John having a right old ding-dong there. Peter's touching the car, he's giving me the thumbs up. Give Peter the... Come on, let's make some noise for Peter. I want you to make the loudest noise of the evening for Peter Faulding there. That was an amazing ding-dong. He was only with John Lunn. John just avoided the stranded car down there. They seemed to touch in the corner, and then, well, he just lost it, and he took a right old whack. The car burst into flames, but Peter's out of the car.
To Matt Bennett. He crosses the line in first place in 413 from Gilbank in 21, Davidson in 464, Webster could be there in 226, then Junior Wayman in 515, Barry Heath 343 and Perry in 217. That will do us, Mr. Starter, that will do us.
Long Eaton's May the 11th meeting started with a brilliant heat, so here it is.
Close the door effectively on Junior Wayman so far in 515. That probably won't last too much longer. Dropping back to stay in the pace. It's still Smith in car number 40, and then comes Paul Harrison in car number 2. Finish line again. Time running out. Surely we're going to get the big heat hold before the checker flag goes down. Right in the far side. Car number 128 over there. With Heath in that second position in 343, and Heath driving very, very well indeed. Hands up turn down just a little bit there. Tries to move up on right. He's car number 128, but right still there. 128 from 343, and 515 Junior Wayman. Then she's switching number 40, number 2 Paul Harrison. So really on up front as John Michael, car number 128, knows that he's really in a spot of trouble there and goes out wide again, tries to get back onto the racing line, but that was all that he needed. Nice side by side as they go down that turn, White doing his best to run his way back to car number 128, push out wide on that turn, and the inside line goes to Barry Heath in car number 343, but he's not quite made it. The extra power goes down. Still in the lead, but once again Wright's gone right out into the rough, and it's Junior Wayman who's come through on the inside with just 2 laps to go this time round. It's Junior Wayman who takes the lead in car number 515 from Barry Heath in 343, and Paul Harrison moved up into third place in car number 2. Steve Smith still fourth in car number 40, and that's how they are. Will things change, but we'll have an opportunity to have a go at Junior Wayman in car number 515, and he looks as if he was trying to. He had a little go, he had a little rush on that turn, and indeed he's finding his way back all the way down there. Harrison coming into the picture as well, and this could be a ding-dong of a finish. They go through on the last lap. It's Junior Wayman in 515 from Barry Heath in 343, and Paul Harrison in car number 2. Heath, is he going to get closer to have another go? No, he's not. He goes out of that turn, and it looks like a win for Junior Wayman, and through goes Harrison to take second place right on the very last lap. But what a ding-dong of a battle between those two, and all credit to Barry Heath in 343.
Bennett's a good driver, difficult driver to pass. Although Lund, one of the top drivers to use.
In a Stocks Line Grand National.
Left behind though, as the 3 board is shown this time around. It's Bennett, your leader. Second is John Lund. A gap then to third place runner, which it looks to be still Rob Newsom, car number 16. Takes the checker flag.
94, which indeed he now manages to do, and now it's a foot down hard job. Comes the 413 car, and then Gareth Bott at the halfway, Mr. Starter halfway next time. It was with Des Chandler in car number 213, and we're into the closing stages of this one. Matt Bennett still there in 413, Peter Faulding doing his best to close the distance at all. Wheel him into the fence, goes Eric Brown in car number 255. Bennett getting himself caught up there, and indeed he does get himself caught up, and he's not the only one, and they go through on the last lap, and it's 413, and Peter Faulding still there in car number 33, doing his best to get close, even with just half a lap or so to go, and Bennett's in trouble on that far side. Bennett is in trouble, and so is Faulding. Is he going to go through? Yes, he does. Faulding goes through.
Out of that turn they come. Peter Faulding in car number 33 looks if he's going to take the flag, which indeed he does. Gareth Bott second and hoping to cross the line if he's got enough power. Has he got enough power to get through there? Yes, he has. Matt Bennett in car number 413 coasting across the line, but could well be in the placings even despite that calamity on the very last lap. Number 226, the leader comes out of turn 4 and goes past Steve, and it's 237.
3 months into the 96 season, Formula 1 rollover suddenly became thin on the ground, so keep your eyes open for long-eaten action man Glendaft in Heat 1.
Oh, and Timperley's gone in car number 237. He's tangled. Oh, there's one over, straight over. Oh, wave yellows, Mr. Starter, please. Straight over that went. So it all happened on that turn. Frankie Wayman involved in car number 212. Dave Russo in car number 49. In no uncertain terms as he motors down the back straight into 3 and 4.
Andy Smith cruised to the checkered in that race, as did Jason Cronshaw in Heat 2, with a high action consolation eventually going to Des Chandler. But not before Tony Brown got jacked up, Paul Whittaker suffered persistent petrol fire, and Rob Johnson met the fence, all in the vicinity of the pit gate. But number 1 race of the night was the final, so we'll join it with 6 laps to go.
Car number 78 there from Rob Cowley, and indeed that's pushed him wide, and Cowley moves up a place in car number 73 as the checker flag goes down for Cronshaw in car number 396, second man through. Richard Mason in car number 202, then comes Mark Gilbank in car number 21, 338, Chris Brock's up, car number 33, Peter Faulding, then it's Nairn who goes back in the lead in car number 280 with Timperley chasing after him, bumpers going in, touch all the way down that far side, that could send Nairn wide again, Timperley likewise in car number 237, and those two are really going out there on that turn. They're still finding it out, 280 and 237. Let's see what happens this time. Number 18. Wayne handling machine, however, is still high and dry, and away goes Gareth in car number 41, number 53. Oh, and that's the leader in trouble. He's gone over on the far side, and that's going to give it to early retirement for Rob, and he'll be watching the rest of the meeting into the fence very hard. Goes the 355 car, and there's more action down here as well as Timperley comes to a halt in car number 237 position, and it looks as if Phil Elwood in car number 355 is all okay, having gone into the fence very hard indeed. Gareth goes in the Cronshaw is, oh, and that was put him away then, and that in fact was Davison in 464. Down that back straight comes round 3 and 4, finished chasing after Gilbank at a very fast rate of knots. It's Gilbank in the lead in car number 21. Gareth Bott pulls off to the safety of the centre grid, another casualty as we move into the second half. The leader almost gets caught there, and certainly Timperley does in 237. There's a car right across the track, and away goes Jacklin in 137. He's gone. He was doing all right, but he's now out of the running completely, and we've got a challenge coming up for this number 1 place. As Richard Mason in car number 202 winds it up and crowds Gilbank out in car number 21, and it's Mason who takes over. 202 and 21 in first and second place is some Chandler. In third place in car number 213. In fourth position is 515 Junior Wayman, and then comes 53 John Lund and Andy Smith in car number 391. Mason on the lead with 5 next time. Mr. Starter, 5 next time. So with 5 laps to go, it's Mason in car number 202, but Gilbank is giving nothing away in car number 21. 213 Des Chandler. He's about perhaps to be pressured a little bit by Junior Junior Wayman in 5.15, and John Lund is up there as well, just wondering if anyone will make any kind of error before that checkered flag goes down. Sparks flying from beneath the cars as they motor around here at a very rapid rate of knots. It's 2:02, Richard Mason the leader from 21, Mark Gilbank, no change up front. Chandler in car number 213 doing his best now to hold off this challenge from Junior Wayman in 5.15. Junior Wayman really pressuring hard, and he forces Chandler out wide, dives underneath him in car number 5.15, and it looks as if John Lund was trying to do the same, but the door was firmly shut by Chandler in 213, and Lund has to put the bump very hard, which he does, to move Chandler aside, and then goes chasing after the 5.15 car. Does John Lund in car number 53. Laps ticking by, and Richard Mason in car number 202 still there, goes out a little bit. Gilbank doing his best, and it looks as if Mason's got a problem, and Mason has got a flat tyre, and Gilbank goes to go through on the inside, and he hasn't done so, and there's all sorts of mayhem breaking out over there, and Junior Wayman suddenly finds himself in the lead in 5.15. John Lund gets caught up as Gilbank tries to come back in car number 21. Chandler in car number 213 is pushed aside by Lund as Lund goes round 3 and 4, and now Chandler's winding up after Lund. Is the bumper going to go in on that turn? Yes, it does. No, it does not quite. It didn't look as if it was going to happen. Meanwhile, Andy Smith in car number 391 is trying to get through on the inside with Chandler. Chandler shutting the door again on that back straight, and so Smith resorts to putting the bumper in there, pushing out Chandler in car number 213, and then on the last lap it's Junior Wayman in car number 515, Gilbank in car number 21, and John Lund really pushing Gilbank hard, and Gilbank almost loses it on that turn. Meanwhile, Junior Wayman in 515 is about a quarter of a lap ahead as John Lund moves into second place on the back straight in car number 53. There's the checker flag as they come out of turn 4. It's Junior Wayman across the line in car number 515, the second man through. He's going to be John Lund in car number 53, followed by Gilbank in car number 21, Smith in 391, Chandler in 213, number 2 Paul Harrison 33, Peter Faulding.
Next time into the action of the seaside end of the stadium, takes the leader out, and we got 3:07 back at the head of affairs.
The summer stock car season got officially underway on May the 27th, with 3:07 Tim Warwick, the moral victor of the Whites and Yellows race at Skegness Stadium. In a weekend crammed full of action with the Brisca Formula 1s contested the Supreme Championship, supported by saloon stocks and Formula 2 stock cars over the 2 days. Race winners on Saturday night included Matt Bennett, Peter Faulding, Jamie Davison and Keith Chambers winning the consolation. Adrian Blackwell interviewed the wind-starved world champ after the race.
Home hosed and safely back to the checkered flag. Keith Chambers takes the Brisca Formula 1 stock cars consolation event. Keith Chambers with the checkered flag. We're now going into a short 10-minute intermission.
Keith, that was your first race win since winning the gold back in last September. You must be pleased to get rid of the curse now.
Yeah, might have been a curse, it might have been me, I'm not sure.
You had some problems in the heat. What was wrong with the car?
The clutch went.
Right, so big problem to fix that.
No, not really. Thanks to Pete Faulding and all the people who come with us, we soon got it changed and that, and just lucky to get back out. Thought I was going to miss the gate.
Yeah, we saw them holding it for you. How do you rate your season so far then, with the gold roof? Has it been a good one for you?
Not bad on tarmac, but it's been terrible on show.
You've had a brand new car for Shell this season. Was that a brand new engine as well, or just the car?
Just the steelwork, everything's off the old car.
Right, yeah, we've seen you a lot of times going backwards with that one into fences.
Yeah, it's not right there, that. Done a lot of work this week and we'll try it at Bradford.
It's the new track surface here. They've resurfaced it over the winter, and it's, the Formula 2s reckon it's a lot more grippy now. Is that the same for the Formula 1s?
Yeah, it's a lot more grippy, but there's nowhere to go now. They've put all that muck around the infield, is there?
That's certainly true, yes. We saw you dive off. Well, good luck for this evening's final, and we hope to see you on the roster many more times now. You've broken that curse.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Early lap carnage claimed Andy Smith and Junior Wayman from the Brisca Supreme running, and following a total track blockage, Peter Faulding led home Jamie Davison and John Lund for the first big trophy of the season.
No quarter asked for or given then in this absorbing and already a thrill-a-second Brisca Formula 1 stock race. Yet more trouble then just near the pit gate. Oh, everything's really absorbing then. Penetrating stuff. Just look. Oh, once more cars really coming to grief on the pit bend part of the circuit. They're bucking and bronking, flying through the air, tremendous pace. The gap in third. And then we've got Andy Smith in 391. And we've got a change up front then now. Peter Faulding then now struck the front down that back straight. It's time for Richard Kalita. Peter Faulding takes the Brisca Formula 1 Supreme Championship.
Action got going on Sunday with a skillful James Potter rollover in his ex-Wayman Junior shell car. and culminated with a great final race for Birmingham's 343 Barry Heath. We joined that race later. Before that, races were won by Peter Faulding, Andy Smith and Paul Harrison, with final national going to Gaz Bott and Jamie Davison respectively. Sunday also featured the most ironic incident of the month, when Saturday's consolation winner, world champion Keith Chambers, rolled out of Sunday's consolation whilst leading the red grade, and no doubt red-faced Keith raced back up to 6th place and qualified for the final.
Paul Harrison with 2 to go. 391, Andy Smith 33. Peter Faulding into 4th place now, as 307 picks up the race leader, and Jason Cronshaw very nearly goes into the wires. And trouble down there is 393, Michael Smith lands up facing the oncoming traffic, and it's halfway next time, Mr. Starter, halfway next time. 396, Jason Cronshaw, your race leader. He goes climbing all over the front end of Keith Neville's number 9 car, and 343 Barry Heath closes in. 396, 343, 391 and 33, the leading 4, and 396 getting moved aside there as 343 goes through into the lead and promptly gets moved aside himself. 391 though can't get through, and 343 Barry Heath holding on at the moment as they go onto the back straight once again. 391 Andy Smith in 2nd position, back markers ahead of them. 33 Peter Faulding right behind them in 3rd place as 78 goes all over the place and tips it up. I think he's off the track though, and it's off the racing line, so safe and well. 391, the waved yellows please, waved yellows. Pit gate please, 391, if we can stop him by the pit gate.
Did you see Perry go out anywhere?
No, I didn't. And here we go, the Formula One stock cars back in action. My goodness me. The first 3, it's going to get very tough, it's going to get fairly rough. And it's 5 laps to go next time. 391 and 33 go out, and it's 343 Barry Heath who goes into lead position. 391 Andy Smith, the driver who lost out there. 396 Jason Cronshaw also in trouble as 343 goes out wide, and 41 Gaz Bott looks to have gone into lead position. So drama here at Skegness Stadium. 41 Gareth Bott, the new race leader, with 343 Barry Heath in 2nd. 41 Gaz Bott goes on to the back straight for the penultimate time. 343 Barry Heath chasing hard. The checkered flag being made ready. It's double checkered. It's 41 Gareth Bott who takes it.
Ending racing in May on the 28th was the pinnacle of SRP race promotion in 1996, the Maybank Holiday Bradford session. Matt Bennett won an easy heats final double with ease. Other races going to Mal Brown, Faulding and Wayman, with a 9,000 plus crowd treated to first class banger destruction courtesy of Team Stinkbridge with suitable narration from Steve Berry.
Oh, and while the binding's over, away goes. 209, Andy Brown. Oh, and whoa, and there's another one over. No, not quite a beautiful little wheelie there. Great stuff.
Frank gets caught there by a back marker, and Warren, we said it big.
Something on his mind right now. Here we go.
All the green flags have gone down, and once again, it's caught up there very nicely on Ray Williams, in car number 26, both of them Williams.
Martin Southwell in car number 277. It's caught up there very nicely on Ray Williams in car number 26.
Nicely on Barry Heath, but Barry refuses to go. But Ken Chambers, as a result of that, is left high and dry in the middle of the Bradford turn. He gets covered then by... God, ready to get to. Oh! Big impact! Oh! Massive impact! 4 Stigbridge cars involved there. Go on, boys, get your cars going. Go on, and here comes another Stigbridge. Oh, here we go. Whoa, get out of the way there. Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, how about that then? What do you think? You like it? Make some noise if you like it. Oh! Whacking collision! Whacking collision! Right, Sherry, hang on. Go on! Go on! Booyah! Have some of that! Have some of that! Come on then! Oh! No, you're still going in there, no!
Oh, another big cloud over on the far side, and another one.
Oh, I think the Rovers had it. That's it. A fine old classic. Ruined. And what for? Oh, and again? Oh, perhaps not. Oh, are we in Demolition Derby now? Are we? I think we are. Oh. 3 against 1. It's not fair, is it? No. Is it fair? Oh. No. I say, it's not cricket, is it? 3 against 1. They're lewd, they're crude, they're lean and mean, they're pinker than the bits that Porky the Pig keeps in his...
The 1997 summer months were good ones for Formula 1 stock car racing. June started with a Peter Falding won British Championship at Coventry and continued with an above-average Trackmaster Rose Bowl meeting at Long Eaton. Matt Bennett took Heat 1 and we joined Heat 2 at the battle for second at the 5 to go stage.
Lost some time in that overtaking manoeuvre. It's 5 laps next time, Mr. Starter, with the battle for the lead now being run between 464 Jamie Davison and 128 John Wright. 2 reasonably well matched cars. Oh, Phil Wilton was in 3rd place, but he's been put very much into the fence there. I'm sure the driver looks to be all right. We'll get the all clear from the trackside assistant, but 464 out in front now has opened up a slight gap over 128 John Wright. To 3rd position, they've got a bit of a car park in front of them. Davison negotiates that best of all. He's opened up more of a gap. And very soon, John Wright's going to be under pressure from a trio of superstar drivers, led by John Lund on the back straight, because John Lund moves in past the 33 Peter Falding car. Early leader 489 now losing some time out in the loose shale. Shown to your leader. I think he's got enough of an advantage, although John Wright sits in 2nd place. He'll come under pressure for sure as John Lund closes once more. They have to be careful as they pass those stranded cars on the 3rd and 4th bend. Doesn't appear to be a problem for Davison at the front, but I think John Wright could find himself sent packing if he's not careful. For sure, it looks like Lund's closing with every lap. John Wright drifts wide. Lund tries to lock the steering to move inside. That's the last lap board shown. And as the checker flag is prepared, it looks like a comfortable win for 464 Jamie Davidson. John Wright's going to get a big evo on this last bend for sure. Yes, he has done. Lund tangles, in goes Falding, in goes Paul Harrison. The blue top survives, it crosses the line in 2nd place. Falding moves through into 3rd. John Lund is 4th, Paul Harrison 5th. They're just observations.
now leads him into turn number 1.
Following disastrous luck for yellow top Matt Bennett in May, the final races of the night in June brought severe heartache for your local yellow top Glyn Daft. Up next are those races, the Trackmaster Rose Bowl and the Stocks Line Grand National.
Mark Taylor though won't be one for budging easily. Finnegan in trouble, he's tangled out with 34, nearly going over and taking out his nephew in the process. Champion is in third. This box up under tremendous pressure from 464 James Davidson and 53 John Lund. They're banking their way through now, and followed through by 97 Murray Harrison, who puts that bumper in, gets into all sorts of mischief, and 391 Andrew Smith had to go through on the outside, loses some valuable time and is under pressure from 2 Paul Harrison. So leaders coming through again, and 96 Glyn Daft is amongst those back marker red graders. 73 Rob Cowley threatened to be the first one, going the lap down. 96 still having a healthy advantage. 202 Richard Mason in that second place, again with plenty of distance between himself and 33 Peter Faulding. Then in fourth, having a splendid drive, 338 Chris Brox up into turn 4. There he is onto the home circuit, just ahead of 464 James Davidson and 53 John Lund. Now let's see if the gaps are remaining the same on the lead lap as the lead car is through again. 96 Glyn Daft. And missed the starter. It will be 5 to go next time, please. 5 laps to go next time, and it's still 96 who has the pole position start in tonight's grand final for the Trackmaster Rose Bowl, leading still in the latter stages. There he is, 96 Glyn Daft into turn number 1, but now finds 202 Richard Mason right in his wing mirrors. Just back marker 97 Murray Harrison between 202 and third policeman Peter Faulding in car 33. The bumper has gone in from Richard Mason, already a final winner in seasons past at Long Eaton Sports Stadium. He's again mounting that challenge, and the top 3 are getting together now as they approach the back straight. 96 from 202, and Richard puts that bumper in no uncertain terms. Glyn Daft is wide, Richard Mason is through with the lap boards out. He's leading this one as Peter Faulding desperately tries to get the traction to close him down. 96 Glyn Daft has gone out of it and has nothing to show for his efforts. Now Gareth Borry's out of it as the lead cars come through. Danny Clark is in the way, and 202 Richard Mason dramatically gets his way through. And could this be the instant where he is let off the hook and Peter Faulding's challenge could come to naught? Peter Faulding, though, definitely not giving up the challenge, but there's plenty of daylight between himself and the man in the lead. 202 Richard Mason leading tonight's Grand Trackmaster Rose Bowl final here at Long Eaton Sports Stadium. He is on the back straight for the last time, flying into turns 3 and 4 with a healthy margin. And there he is, the man from Bradford in West Yorkshire. 202 Richard Mason wins tonight.
Chambers. The 3-lap board is ready, and Daft amongst the back marking red tops still has got enough of an advantage, I would think, to keep in front of Matt Bennett. 3 laps to go. Junior still sitting in third, 2-lap board. Lund is trying to get his way through on the inside. Clearly you must know it's the leader of the race just in front of him. I'm sure John Lund won't do any dirty tactics. Oh, Daft driving a good race there. There's a collision in front. Lund dives through, but he's a back marker. And now Matt Bennett is right on the back bumper. So too is Junior Wayman. Junior Wayman puts the bumper in. He spins out the Matt Bennett car. He moves up to second place. Lund has been taken out. Daft has spun himself into the fence, and in one corner, Junior Wayman has come through on the very last lap of the race to come through from third place to take the checker flag, which he does so now. So Junior Wayman, the winner of the Grand National race, the last race of the evening.
To turn 4 for the last time, the black and white goes up and it comes down.
BSCDA staged the annual charity gala meeting at the Northampton International Raceway. Thanks to a bumper BSCDA low-grade turnout, the action came thick and fast, with heaps of action in every race, and Junior Wayman unable to sneak his way through the extra big grids. Races went to Paul Harrison, Gaz Bott and Jamie Davidson, with Heat 2 going to a new name in Brisca F1, 284 Chris Lloyd. In past years, Chris has struggled around the tracks in a series of traditional novice cars, but in early 1996, the Lloyd team took delivery of the John Lund Tarmac Special. Allied to his white roof grading, this set Chris up for an unstoppable rise to the top, which will start the gala day with a Heat first, final second and near Grand National win. Other notable events were a searing Rob Cowley petrol fire and the debut of the lowest ever Brisca stock car, brainchild of ex-Mini and Hot Stock at Ray Wicks. The expected storm of controversy regarding this dry sub-dwarf car would not disrupt tarmac racing much due to a lack of race wins for the new car, although the 180 machine's undersized chassis rails did get it banned from competition in Holland. Action-wise, Dan Clark executed a mostly missed rollover into turn 3, and lower graders Keith Neville and Paul Lowe committed double rollovers on turn 4. With all this crash action, the Pure Racing took a back seat with one of the top nail-biting finishes coming in the Grand National.
Let's whoop, and away he goes waving there, straight in. Down goes the checkered. Jamie Davidson takes it in 4.64, 2.84 likewise. In second place, as to the rest, well, they went for confirmation, but that wasn't a bad old ending to that race because things went on in that corner involving Andy Smith and Junior Wayman. Terrific performance that. Sponsors the Scania Coach Sales will have been delighted, I'm sure. Mick Stecco in 3.03. Oh, we've got the yellows out for some reason. In 5.15, he's shot up there. Gareth Bott right behind him in car number 41. Then comes Andy Smith in car number 391. Chris Box up in 338. John Lundy 53. That's the situation as they really move around here at a rapid pace. That's the halfway of the stage, Mr. Starter, next time round. It's still Chris Lloyd in the lead in car number 284. He goes belting down that back straight, puts a couple of back markers behind him. Then we've got this gap until he comes to the man in second place, which now looks like Junior Wayman in car number 515 and Gareth Bott in car number 41. Out of that turn they come. Gareth Bott's getting a little bit of hassle from Junior. Junior moves up into second place. Gareth Bott tries to return the compliment in car number 41. Right behind him is Andy Smith in number 391. Then comes John Lund in car number 34. He's just on the inside of Mal Brown over on the far side in car number 34. Then Brock's up in car number 338 and number 2 Paul Harrison. Ralph goes out of Steve Jacklin car number 1 360. It's 5 next time, Mr. Stardo. So with 5 laps to go, anything can happen and it's still wide open. Chris Lloyd, car number 284 is the man right out there in the lead. But moving up into second place a few laps ago was Junior Wayman in 5.15, but Gareth Bott's giving him some hassle all the way around in number 41. Andy Smith's not too far behind in 3.91. Then comes Sean Lund in number 53. Mal Brand in number 34. Then number 2 Paul Harrison. Out goes Box up a little on the right side in 338, but not wide enough to allow Sean Tilley to go through, so Box up holds on to his place. Still Lloyd in car number 284, Bott in 41, and Junior Wayman in 515. That's a change situation there last lap round, and let's see if they change again. Andy Smith in that 4th position in 391 and John Lund in 53. Still a lot of cars moving. Back goes Mark Gilbank in car number 21. Andy Jacklin in 137 zigzags down the home straight but doesn't create any problems to the lead car. Still young Chris Lloyd in car number 284 just being held back by Colin Nairn for a moment or two, but trying to get closer in car number 41, and indeed Bott is certainly narrowing that gap. There's 2 laps for him to go though to get a little bit closer. Still Lloyd in 284, but Bott really winding it up down the home straight, moving into turns 1 and 2. 284 and 41 and 515 and 391 and 53, and this could be interesting because it's going to be a last lap gamble. By the look of it, the last lap board goes out and Bott is chasing Lloyd all the way. 284 and number 41, keep your eyes on those two as they go into the last lap, and it's Lloyd who goes wide and Bott nips through on the inside. Will Lloyd be able to catch him and put the bumper in? He's going to try, and he did put he puts the bumper in, and Lloyd comes out of that turn. He's going to be close as they come across that turn. He's taking neck and his Bott who takes it in car number 41 from Lloyd in car number 284. What a finish! What a tremendous finish. A superb bit of racing and a gallant effort from white topper Chris Lloyd in car number 284, who tried to upset that starman Gareth Bott. Okay, Mr. Starter, the Reds, if you would. Number 78 car, and that was enough to push him wide. And
keeping the action level at its new high was the 3rd Stoke-on-Trent Speedway session on June the 22nd, where the quality of the free heat Formula 1 programme illustrated impressively in Heat 2.
Somebody will surely go on that next turn. In goes the bumper again. Away goes Rosso again. So does the number 78 car. And who goes into the lead but none other than Will Darrow in car number 22, who by lap 5 has already provided a very entertaining drive on his way to the front of the pack. Des Chandler goes out on car number 213. Doesn't lose too much ground, although it gives Rob Perry a chance to get a little bit closer. And on that turn, who was that? Lionel Shaw in 362 and Richard Johnson in car number 78 getting themselves involved. but not Murray Harris in car number 97. So it's Yarrow in car number 22, Murray Harrison in car number 97 in that second position. Still in third place is Richard Johnson in car number 78, and he's had a certain element of luck in maintaining that position. It's halfway next time, Mr. Starter, so should be interesting to see throughout the second half how Yarrow moves in car number 22. Oh, and he's gone! Would you believe that? He has departed over on the far side, and so we suddenly have a new leader, and it's Murray Harrison in car number 97. Away goes that back marker, very hard, put away by Murray Harrison there, but he's still very close, and he's going to get even closer now as Harrison in car number 97 leads the pack round turns 1 and 2. Right behind him is Richard Johnson in car number 78, and Des Chandler's just waiting there in car number 213. Then comes Rob Perry in 217, and John Lund in car number 53 down that back straight. Something's going to happen there, and Harrison loses it for a little while. There's a lot of jostling and pushing there. As through into that second place goes Chandler in car number 213, not losing any time there. Johnson looking for an effort to get back, but he's not going to do so there. Chandler tries to get through on the inside of the number 97 car, but Murray Harrison shuts the door very, very firmly indeed, hangs that back end invitingly out, but Chandler couldn't get close enough on that occasion, so it's still Harrison in car number 97 on 213 and 78 with 5 laps to go. Next time, Mr. Starter, 97, 213, 78 and 217. That's the order they're in. Anything could happen because John Lund is just waiting in the wings in car number 53. They go like a train down the back straight, and it is still Harrison in car number 97 from Chandler in car number 213. Chandler goes out a bit wide. Harrison has lost it. As they come out of that turn, it's Harrison who goes into the lead and straight into the fence. There's everyone down here. The starter knocked off his rostrum there, and away into the fence post there. The starter's back up. He's okay. And we've got a Reds, Mr. Starter, please. A Reds, if you would, please. Well, well, well.
To get right in there with Ian Atkinson, and the two are dicing and swapping for the lead. We've got a roll. Enjoying a good lead.
The rest of the three-heat meeting featured an Andy Smith final with Bert Finnecke, as ever, walking the Formula 2 final. And after the amusing Das Kitson-based Formula 2 cancellation, the big Stoke crowd witnessed a massive finish to the night, courtesy of 202 Richard Mason.
From Huddersfield, 732 Das Kitson. He's into third. Can he move up the field any further? As Dan evacuates his car. Oh, and he's giving the hand wave signals. 5 laps to go. Next time, Mr. Starter. And John Lewin has gone off onto the infield. He's out of it. The new leader is 615 Mick Harris, Mr. Starter. 615 Mick Harris. There he is. Lead car. 5 to go. The man chasing hard in second, and he's right there now with him. 732 Das Kitson. The lone blue and the lone red in this race. Now battling it out for the lead position. The sandwich between the blue and the red is the white grey driver 889 John Taylor. He goes wide. Das Kitson now pursues the lead car as we're going down the laps. This is the fourth. 3 to go next time. 615 versus 732. In third we have 95 Mark Nelson, 456 Len Perkins. The rest of them are a long way behind. Dan Queenan was gesticulating to Das Kitson. Oh, and there goes Kitson again, throws that bumper in. Will he do it? They both go to the fence. Here comes 95 Mark Nelson. But amazingly, Das Kitson, one of the most aggressive drivers in Brisca Formula 2, executed a do-or-die maneuver on Mick Harris, who amazingly recovers to get back into the places. He nearly came foul of his own move, but survived in amazing style. And here he is on to his last lap. 95, Mark Nelson had half a sniff of the lead. He could still be there as they go down the back straight for the last time into turn 3. And Das Kitson will be in no mood to relinquish this lead. The checker flag is raised, it's down, and the Starman wins this. The consolation was certainly right there towards the finish.
Championship sponsored by Stocksline. Right, the green flag goes down. Andy Smith is the man who's got to work hard to try and get amongst the points. It has been done, but whether it'll be done tonight remains to be seen. And there's problems right away for a couple of cars over there. One of them being Gareth Bott, the other one being 343 Barry Heath, and in fact there's 3 of them there, the other one being 73 Rob Cowley. So not a very good evening for certainly Mr. Bott. And in goes Jess Cronshaw in car number 396 on that turn. It looks as if Craig Smith is struggling down here in number 4:07. Steve Jacklin in 136 rejoins. There's still cars going into the wires down there, and Andy Smith's got himself caught up. Tramples all over Rob Perry. And then comes back on and mixes it with some of the faster moving cars. 3:44 then is the man that's actually leading the pack over on that far side. Smith moving round there to try and start making up some ground. 3:44 the lead car. Oh, 3:55 has gone completely. That was Richard Mason gone down there. Yellows, Mr. Starter, please. Yellows.
The man just waited to nip through. He's going to be John London, car number 53, and as those two fight them away out, it's...
Ending this weekend of great mid-season action was the ultimate Bradford race of the season, the £1,000 Dash for Cash at Bradford's fourth race session of the year. In the run-up to this incredible event, heats won by John Wright and Mark Brown, with consolation and final by Matt Bennett from the Blue Grade, with 790 Matt Taylor breaking the Finnegan run of Formula 2 final wins. But only one race mattered on June the 24th, the £1,000 Dash for the Cash. That race comes up next with Beth Greenup on the mic.
Gareth Bott in trouble down there with Phil Whittaker in car number 88. Now that turn as the checker flag goes up and it goes down. 34, Mal Brown burst across the line, and he in fact succeeds in doing so as well, but suddenly, oh, he's gone. Stuart Finnegan has gone in car number 55. Gets himself into a whole heap of trouble, as a result of which he's sidelined. Somebody else in a bit of trouble there with car number 742. Yes, we have. Finnegan's gone. The second Finnegan has departed. Up there, puts the bumper in, shoves him straight away. Well, it's all happening. And we've said once before this weekend that Broxop is a vastly improved driver, and once again, it looks as if he's going to prove it. Number 2, Paul Harrison, right up in the places now as the checkered flag goes up and it goes down. It's going to be a win yet again for Bennett in car number 413.
Is it going to be Peter Balding? I'll tell you what, I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm getting out of the way, because not one of these pieces of wood is going to be where it is now in 10 laps time.
We're underway then with the Formula 1 Dash for the Cash, 3 abreast touch start, and things can happen on that turn, which they do. But just look at Rob Berry straight through on the inside. Oh dear, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, all in 8 there. Somebody else is going to go out on the far side. Gareth Bott almost gets himself involved, but the man who breaks right away is Rob Berry in car number 217. With Ian Platts in pursuit, car number 77, and Andy Smith in 391. Oh, and the leader gets caught up. There, and straight round the outside goes Platts in 77. Then Smith. Oh, and wallop, in goes the bumper hard there. Junior Wayman putting it in, I reckon, in car number 515. On Andy Smith in car number 391. John Lund then struggling again, another flat tyre. There it's a 77. 391, 515, 217. In this Dash for the Cash. So, remember it's only 10 laps. Oh, coming up against back markers. Oh, and round the outside, there's going to be problems there. Smith's gone, so's Platts. Into the lead goes Junior Wayman, halfway next time. So Junior Wayman goes into the lead, Rob Perry in second place, Platts coming back into third position, he's going a little bit wide, Andy Smith coming back into third position, Platts out of the way, moves through and away goes Platts, straight out there, he's out of it completely. So Junior Wayman in 515 from Rob Perry in 217 and 391 Andy Smith. Will there be any more changes? Well, who knows? It's been a night of surprises here at Bradford tonight. We might get another one. Like Junior Wayman, get caught up and he's gone! He's gone! Then he's coming right back very quickly. Bounces off the fence, but Rob Perry now is that much closer. He car number 217. Back marker's getting in the way again. Will they take him out? No, he shoves them out. So it's 515 and 217. Andy Smith getting a little bit closer too. Well, it looks as if Rob Perry might do something. Oh, he's going to do something now. Straight in, takes Smith as well. That leaves it wide open for Junior Wayman. Out goes Perry, 217. It all happened in their dash for the cash. Certainly plenty of dashing going on, no doubt about that. Could be that Mason is now up into... Oh, and Mason's gone over on the far side. He's got caught up. Down goes the flag. Junior Wayman takes it in 515. That was wild! Can we just show these lads a big warm round of applause? They've really given their all in that race. I'd like to thank them. But that really shows what stock car racing is all about. You've seen it here at Bradford. Thanks very much for coming. That was proper stock car racing. Thanks, Steve. I think you'll agree that was the way to end a very successful night stock car racing. Heroes, so what a night. Look at that incident over there. Demolition down.
Very last weekend of June saw the second Formula 1 Speed weekend go down at sunny Skegness Stadium. Slightly less fence attacking occurred over the second Speed weekend, with Saturday's night's races going to either runaway white top Chris Lloyd or runaway red top Gaz Bott, apart from the first heat, which was won by Paul Harrison. Sunday featured an electric mix of both wet and dry tarmac races, and over the course of the day, races won by Andy Robinson, Mal Brown and Keith Chambers, while Paul Harrison brought real stock car racing back to the track with a final victory. But the big race of the day was the Trust Fund Championship. With the checkered down, it was Gaz Bott lifting the season's fourth big silver trophy. BSCDA chairman Bott was on a certified roll at this point in the season, which earned him an Adrian Blackwell interview.
Whatever the action is fast and furious, thick and fast, Brisca Formula 1 stock car action. Challenge offer turn 4. The pressure mouse is pinned out of contention in the race, just resting there. Going up front, he's still 100 race leader. Well, he won.
Also with quite a few problems down there on the first turn. The green flag goes there.
to Gaz Bott now, the winner of the 1996 National Trust Fund Championship. Gaz, Ken, so far you picked up 3 race wins, I believe, last night, obviously in the dry. Do you like racing in the wet? There's acknowledged specialists out there, such as Frankie Wayman Jr. and Peter Faulding, who really do go out in the wet. What about yourself?
Well, when we first had the Mike James car, we had a lot of problems getting it to go round on either wet or dry. We sorted the dry bit out, but it was still a disaster in the wet. But I've got to tell you, we've got a good combination for both services, so I don't really mind whether it's wet or dry. I'm equally as confident with the car and the setup, and it's really a credit to the lads for mucking in and putting all the hours they're doing every week to get the car right, and they've certainly done it this weekend. I mean, it's not just down to me out there, it's down to the lads getting the car ready, because I do some donkey work in the garage, but they do the setting up, the rebuilding and what have you, and they do a very good job. It's credit to them, really.
Well, obviously the lads do help you well. We also see that this year you have a new sponsor in the form of Mac Tools.
Yeah, we'd thought about sponsorship, although my own company has obviously done the bulk of that over the years, but I got a contact with Mac Tools, and I said, you know, a bit tongue-in-cheek, I said, come on, you know, how about a bit of sponsorship? Saw one of the regional managers, and he said, well, I can't do anything about it, but here's the name of the guy. Put a presentation in, and that's what we did. We got a bit of a portfolio together with some photos of some wins and record of what we'd done in the previous years, and we sent it through, and to my amazement, the guy phoned me up and said, yeah, come down and see us. So that was it. But I've got to say it's on a limited basis, because we'd missed the budget, because Mike Jordan in his V8 Eurocar had soaked up most of their racing budget this year, so there was a little left, but they played fair, and they said, well, we'll try this year, dip our toes in the water, and if we like what we see, we'll talk to you next year. So hopefully with what we're doing at the moment, it might stand us in good stead. But yeah, we've had a good weekend. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've always been accused of being the front red, but I remember Willie Harrison used to say, well, try and beat them in the pits, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I've got to say, we proved them wrong, because we went off the back of the Reds in the Trust Fund race. So back or front, you know, we've had the wins, so it's been great, yeah.
You certainly have been using the front bumper as well, which occasionally in the past, I know myself and others have accused you of not using, but that's good to see. Turn our attention forward a couple of weeks now, we see that you're on the 3rd row outside at the Long Eaton semi-final. Now, your tarmac form is acknowledged. What about your shell form?
Well, that's crap at the moment. We've had a new car built this year, and to a certain extent with the setup on the back end, it's a little bit complicated, and it's very, very difficult to get the setup. But I had to relearn, or I'm still relearning the shell skills, and it is proving to be very, very difficult, because the two surfaces are like chalk and cheese. But the car's getting a little bit better. We've had a final win, and we've had a Grand National with the shell car, and heat win as well. So it proves that when I'm right, we can do it. But yeah, I think it'll take us to the end of the year to get the car shaken down. But Long Eaton's a favourite of mine. I've had a final there. We had the opening win there, you know, when we first brought the car out. So we can win at Long Eaton. So yes, I'd be quite confident of the Long Eaton semi, yeah.
That's great. Well, we wish you well in that, and congratulations on your win today, the 1996 National Trust Fund Championship.
Thank you very much. Great.
460 goes into the fence on that bottom turn. Jeff Nichols right in the middle of that little up 215, working on his car until late last night to get here today. 15 working on his car until late last night to get here today. Start up.
The first round of major championships peaked in July, with the Northampton Stage European Championship for the Formula 1 stock cars. First race of the weekend was the last chance qualifier for Sunday's big race, with ex-hot-stocker Warwick Ellis running the smart ex-Hodgson tarmac car to the checkered and of the near-invisible Ray Wheat's hypercar, which still had to win a race. After an easy Gaz Bott heat win, Formula 2 driver John Lawrence performed the first roller of the weekend, a feat repeated to similar effect by Ian Halliwell in the Formula 2 final. These points of interest came post-fight in the Gaz Bott 1 final, when hostilities were declared between Andy Smith and Ray Wheat, who, curiously enough, both raced hot stocks against each other in the early 90s.
Green is there in car number 15 in that third position, so 1, 2, oh! And that's a 909 car, and straight over, and the car is back up there. Wave yellows, Mr. Starter, straight away they're out. Through, Ray Witts, in fact, slips through into third place. Beautiful bit of driving from Witts throughout, no doubt about that. There's the checkered flag. Down it goes, car number 41, crosses the line first. 391 second, Witch third in 180, number 2 fourth, Bert Sharp fifth, and it could be that Perry is in 6th place, but we'll check that. That'll all, Ian, thank you, and we'll have the first 3 to the line as soon as they're confirmed.
Sunday racing started with the European Championship, seen an exemplary drive by defending world champion Keith Chambers, set to the commentary of Bev Greenough.
The European Championship 1996 gets away to a good start as they all come out of that turn, and already there's a problem on that top turn with Warwick Ellis caught up with McCrucken in car number 192. Can they break free? And it's Bert Sharp, in fact, who's gone into the lead over on that far side. Oi! So it's Sharp at car number 525 roaring away. There's 3 of them in trouble on that top end there. Sharp at car number 525 roars away with McCrucken in second place at car number 192, and there's another one gone. That's Keith Neville in car number 9. Chris Lloyd in car number 284 settling down nicely. Car number 137, Andrew Jacqueline's there as well. Ray Witch coming through nicely in car number 182. He's the first of the Starmen to make a break. The York Van der Werf in car number 228 also there. Always straight into the fence goes Jacqueline in 137. Rest of them sort themselves out. It's Bert Sharp Jr. in car number 525 racing away to victory. At the moment, it's a long way to go there, and things can change, and undoubtedly they will. McCrucken in second place in car number 192. Junior Wayman in 515, winding it up nicely down past Dan Clark in car number 203. Ron Krunger settling in as well in car number 217, not all that far behind. The leader is still Bert Sharp in car number 525. Then a bit of a gap until you come to the second placeman. It's either 192, but McCrucken or Chris Lloyd. It's Chris Lloyd, in fact, who moves up into the second place with world champion Ray Witz up there as well in car number 250. Then comes McCrucken in car number 192 and Ray Witz in 180. Then Junior Wayman in 515, Dan Clark in 203, Ron Krunger in 217, and then Paul Harrison in car number 2. The Starmen making hard work of it as they roar around there against steadily, but it's still Sharp in car number 525. Got a clear run and under no pressure at all. Remember that Barry Heath, regretfully, is back marker, but he's in there and he could cause a lot of problems. 250, Ray Witz moves up into that second position, which maybe is a bit of a surprise in this part of the proceedings. 284, Chris Lloyd drifts out from the far side and through into third place goes Ray Witz in car number 180. Then comes Jenny Wayman in 515. Ron Krunder picking up ground as well in car number 217. He goes racing after the leaders, but it's still Krunder in car number, and not Krunder, but Sharp. Oh, and Sharp goes. Bert Sharp has lost it there. He's still there, slides out into the Armco, but Sharp is still there. But that means that Witz is still moving up, but that's Keith Chambers in that second place in car number 250 from Junior Wayman in 515. Then Ray Witz in 180. Chris Lloyd in car number 284. Then goes number 2, Paul Harrison. Off goes Neil Smith in car number 507. Junior Wayman in 515, moving down that far side. Witz still there in car number 182, in with a chance patch. So, let's see what happens as the number 250 car looks as if he's going to take the lead on this. Occasionally does. Keith Chambers takes over in 250. From Bert Sharp in 525. Will Sharp ever go at the back bumper? He's not going to get close enough to do so. 250 and Junior Sharp in car number 525 in second place. Junior Wayman up in the third position, 515. Then comes Ray Witz in car number 182 and Chris Lloyd in 284. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Paul Harrison, 33. Peter Fording is there. So's Krunder in car number 217 and Gareth Button car number 41. But it's the world champion, the man who'll shortly be defending that title, who's out in the lead. Keith Chambers in car number 250 at the halfway stage, Mr. Starter. So at that halfway stage, it's 250. Keith Chambers, the man who is leading, pulling away from the rest of the field. Junior Wayman about to slip the second place on the back straight in car number 515. Ray Witz not giving anything away either. He's in third position as he moves past Sharp in car number 525. but it's Keith Chambers in car number 250. He's the man who leads them down the far side again with Junior Wayman in that second place in car number 515. Then comes Ray Witts in car number 180 and Birdshap in car number 525. Then a little bit of a gap between car Paul Harris in car number 2. He's getting around turns 3 and 4, followed by Peter Fording in 33. Chris Lloyd in 284 and Gav Button car number 41. So 250 then. Keith Chambers out in the lead. He's there with the number 515 car moving up into that second position. Moving after Chambers now got a clear run. This could be interesting as we're well into the second half of this event. It's still Chambers in 250 from Junior Wayman in 515 and Ray Witts in 180. Then Bert Shapp in car number 525. Then number 2, Paul Harrison 33, Peter Fording. Then we've got Gareth Button, car number 41, moving on the inside. Chris Lloyd in car number 284, Jamie Davis in 464, and Ron Crowder in car number 217. Chambers then roaring down that far side, and is he going to pull it out of the hat? Probably one of the not so fancy runners, and I'm sure that Keith will not mind us saying that. But there he is, certainly at this stage of the proceedings, stamping his authority all over this one, giving nothing away, driving nice and calmly and coolly, keeping it on line just as he did when he won that gold rope with 5 next time, Mr. Starter. So with 5 laps to go, it is still 250. Ze hebben nog 5 ronden te gaan, de koploper. Here he comes at 250, 550. That's the man who's in the lead. Keith Chambers in 250 from Junior Wayman. 515 in tweede positie. Junior Wayman. Then the third placeman there, car number 180. 1, 2, 3, then evenly spaced around there. So 3 lap board goes out. Junior maybe narrowing the gap just a little bit. Be interesting to see if he can get any closer. Will back markers have an effect on this one as we move into the closing stages? 2 laps to go next time, and Chambers is still there, very much so. Keith Chambers in car number 250, the man who's out there, and this really will be a very pleasant surprise for everyone concerned, and not the least Keith. Keith Chambers then in 250, looking set to take the 1996 European Championship. Comes out of the turn for the last time. Junior Wayman in 515, trying to get close, but it doesn't look as if he's going to. 250 and 515 with Ray Witts in third place in car number 180. Problems for John London, Danny Clark down there, and Wills. What's going to happen down there? It is Chambers in car number 250, Junior Wayman. My goodness me, it all happened on that turn. What a finish, goodness me. And there they go then, ladies and gentlemen. First, second and third. Keith Chambers in 250, Junior Wayman 515, 180 Ray Witts, and of course the best placed Dutchman there, Birchap number 525. And we've got a problem or so down there.
The rest of the day featured a Heat 2 win for regular Dutch visitor Bert Schaap, another Gazbot final, some average but high-speed Formula 2 racing, most importantly, outbreaks of low-grade based Euro track war. The best example being an all-out attack on H22 Louis Wabesh by number 9 Keith Neville. Keith missed completely and bounced the Armco in a bizarre future echo of Paul Harrison's anti-Dutch attack coming in the semi-final.
The first 3 again, through there. And yes, that's Anthony Davis in car number 327, car number 284. He'll be disappointed about that. Brett Schaap's still the leader in car number 520, 41 and 525. Oh, and Witts is in trouble. Witts has gone in trouble on that. Smoking tyres all over the place. Due, I should think, to bumper catching. Oops. Bumper's caught all right now, and it's 5 next time. Ooh! Oh, Colin now was doing all sorts of strange things then.
Semi-final time 97 came at Long Eaton on July the 27th, with the event originally scheduled for Buxton moving to Long Eaton to avoid a possible driver boycott of Barry Watson's High-Age Raceway. Front rows consisted of Andy Smith, Junior Wayman, Ian Platts and Keith Chambers, with boy racer Matt Bennett on row 3. This top semi-spot indicated the success of the 413 season, causing an Adrian Blackwell interview before the meeting.
I'm joined by row 3 inside starter 413 Matt Bennett. Matt, your best ever starting position in a semi-final, and what a great season for you.
Yeah, I've had a good one up to now. Just hope I can make this a good night as well.
Certainly, yeah, you've had 3 great final wins at Bradford recently. Now you've got the red roof. That must really please the team.
Yeah, I hope I can win with the red roof. That's what pleased me more than anything.
You've got a new car you're using for this season as well. I believe an ex-John Lund and a Harter car.
Yeah, I got it off at Lisa Harter in the winter.
Have you had to do much alteration for it, or does it suit your style as it was?
We ain't altered anything. We're just learning about the coilovers at the minute still, and it seems to be going all right, so we're not altering it.
How do you rate your chances on the Long Eaton track tonight? Favourite track of yours?
No. But I'm going to give it my best shot. See if I can put the bumper in on the first bend. Hope there's no one listening to that. Well, that's what I'll do, and then see what happens.
And what realistically can you hope for? A rostrum position, or do you really want to aim for that win?
In the top 6, that'll do me. 4th or 5th I'll be happy with, but if I'm anywhere above that, it's a bonus.
Are you happy with your form around Coventry this year?
No. I've done nothing at Coventry this year. I think I've finished 2 races all season there. I've never liked the track and I don't like the stadium, even though it's tidy and that. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfy there.
Well, that's a shame. Perhaps you're hoping that World Final ought to really be at Bradford. I mean, that would really please you.
Yeah, but Kings Lynn would be even better. I like Kings Lynn, I think the best out of the lot.
Well, there we have it. It's a few comments from 413 Matt Bennett, inside row 3 starter tonight. Good luck, Matt. Thank you very much for talking to Stock Car Magazine Video.
Thanks a lot.
We are fortunate enough tonight at the Long Eaton semi-final to be joined by 3 drivers from the North of Holland Acorn organisation. We see here the car of H69 Mini Mayer, a very similar car to the UK spec cars. Leaf springs all round with air shockers. Nothing too technical, but then in the North of Holland anything goes in the fields.
After an opening Murray Harrison heat, remembered for its Acorn-based contact, the contestants lined up for the big race.
First 10 going through to the 1996 Formula 1 World Final, Coventry, September. 391, Andrew Smith. 515, Junior Wayman. 250, Keith Chambers. 21, Mark Gilback. 413, Matt Bennett. Go down that back straight. And the green flag goes down and the semi-final is underway as they come out of that turn. Who's going to get to grips with it first? It looks like Andrew Smith. He car number 391. He leads
with the green down on the first 1997 semi-final, it was Andy Smith from Junior Wayman. Then on turn 3 of lap 1, the wet conditions caught out the leaders and a pile-up ensued.
Two of them in trouble, all going down there, and Andrew Smith, he car number 391, pulls himself sorted out as they go down that far side. 1, 2, 3 casualties around there, 1 or 2 of them back marking in there, goes Andy Fowler in 493 as they come there. It's Matt Bennett who's going to the lead, in car number 413. Oh, and the bumper's going to go in on that turn. That was completely expected. It had got to happen.
The next lap around, Andy Smith lost it, and Matt Bennett challenged for it and took the lead. And while the 391 car pushed loose marker tyres to the edge of the track, Ian Platts took second. For the next few laps, the old red Bennett, Platts, Smith with Wayman 4. As the 3 superstars piled the pressure on the 413 car, the Ellis came out for a back straight pile-up involving Jason Cronshaw and Shane Dorrell, and the surviving runners prepared for the second half of the race. With the greens back down, Platts was immediately on the attack, but he took a bone-dry track and another loose marker tyre some laps later to reset the order to Platts, Bennett and Wayman, which was to be the finishing order.
Almost hits a marker tyre as they go around that turn, and that could be the opportunity for Ian Patch to go through, which it does, because Matt Bennett chose the wrong way round. Ian Patch went on the inside, he takes the lead. Patch in car number 77, now the leaders they come round 3 and 4 down the home straight away again. It's now as far as the 75 car is concerned. Oh, look at that! He's in trouble! He's in trouble there! And are we going to get a comeback? Keeping our eyes on the man with the black and white. There he goes, and Platts takes it in car number 77 from 413 Matt Bennett and 515 Junior Wayman. As to the rest, well, it certainly looks as if Jason Holden could be there in car number 38. Right, well, after the excitement of that semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, time for you to get to...
Now, the winner of tonight's semi-final, number 77, Ian Platts. Ian, you must be very happy with that.
Yes, I am.
You're wonderful. You've been going well at Coventry so far this year. You've won a final there. You must rate your chances pretty good for the World Final now.
Well, we were doing some experimenting over the last few Coventry meetings. It went well the first time there, but the conditions were different to what they are now. And I've been struggling lately in the dry. So, like I say, we've changed a few things around. And it was going well last time until I turned it over.
It certainly was. So how did you rate the track conditions tonight? It started off very wet and there was a lot of slipping and sliding, and then it got drier later on.
Well, I was liking it while it was damp actually, and when it started to dry out I was wondering whether the car handling was going to drop off, but fortunately for me it kept on song.
Were you worried about Junior Wayman coming up behind you?
I knew there was thereabouts, and after the restart there seemed to be a gap appear, so I knew the pressure was off and I was trying not to make a mistake. When there was a tyre appear in the middle of the track on the top corner, Matt went round the outside and I managed to get round on the in, and that's where I overtook him.
All right, Matt's been driving very well. I mean, he's been going well, come up to the red top this year, hasn't he?
Very well, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, that's the winner of tonight's, the first 1996 World Championship semi-final. That's Ian Platt. Ian, good luck at Coventry.
Thank you very much.
The rest of the meeting start the visiting Acorn drivers in the heaviest destruction of the year, at any track in any formula. Ben Greenock was on the microphone as this unbelievable pit-bend vehicle violence occurred.
And it could be returned, mind you. It could be returned. Oh, and away goes Lund, and away goes Johnson.
Semi-final came 2 weeks later at Kings Lane, a venue now promoted by ex-crew Astrodome chief Jim Wilkinson. Ownership uncertainty in the 96 season had upset previous race meetings at the Saddlebow Road circuit, but the weather was to blame for a less than perfect August race session, with a waterlogged track delaying the start of racing. And as the crowd waited under cover, prospects for a top race continued to drop with a non-appearance by front row starter Peter Faulding. Peter would have made it to the semi-race, but with the road from his Sunday afternoon Eurocar meeting blocked, allegedly by the police, Peter would miss the meeting completely. This left the 53 car in pole position, and Big John took full advantage, driving a faultless flag-to-flag victory. In a foretaste of the World Final, attention switched to the lower places, with Paul Harrison giving the lead a constant concern, the third place in question right up to the checker.
And the drivers taking it fairly easy at the moment. 97 and 73 going.
53, John Lund. 489, Gary Utley just in front of the Lund machine. Paul Harrison in second position has now gone clear of 343, Barry Heath once again. And 217, Rob Perry manages to force a gap. An error there by Barry Heath. And 217, Rob Perry moves up into third position. Taking things a bit easy on the last few laps. The number 2, Paul Harrison, has closed right up. The last lap board goes out and the first 4 are all together as they go onto the back straight for the final time. 53, 2, 217 and 202. They go down the back straight. 202, Richard Mason pushes. 217, Rob Perry wide. 53, John Lund takes the checkered flag. 2, Paul Harrison is second. Richard Mason in 202 third. 217, Rob Perry crossing the line in fourth position. The rest of the cars coming through. 213, Des Chandler looks to have taken fifth place. 164, James Potter with a very smoky engine. So then, about
chasing John and Paul to the flag was due from Rob Perry in third and Barry Heath in fourth. With the track drying out nicely, Heat 1 went to Dave Johnson, Heat and final to John Lund, with Steve Case that ended the night with a Stocks Line Grand National victory.
Through, but he can't quite make it. 383 takes the checkered flag. 26, 53 and 343 cross the line in that order. Next time as 244 goes out. Halfway next time. 2 and 383 come to grief on the home straight. 53, John Lund tries to take out 380 and he manages it. And 53, John Lund takes the checkered flag. And Junior Wayman with problems and whoopsie daisies, the whole field deciding to get friendly. It's the second place. A red flag please, Helen, to end the race.
Time for the long track, with Andy Smith and Junior Wim the UK favourites. Fran van Zorst, as in Toast, Most and also Coast, takes up the story.
Somebody who has just arrived here at Barlow is 391 Andy Smith, and he's brought his brand new car to Barlow to be debuted on the long track today. It's a car entirely sponsored by Mick Ogden Diesels. He owns the car in fact, and Andy has been working on this car for quite a few months to finish it in time for the long track. Superbly presented, nicely sign-written by Brian Evans. And can Andy win the long track in this car, a brand new car, a title that was never won by his father Stuart? Well, with me here in Barlow in Holland, a very regular visitor to the Netherlands, Frankie Wayman Jr., 515. A brand new car, Frankie, it looks superb.
Yeah, just finishing it off now. It's built specially for long track, so should be alright. It's basically built like my other car really, but the rules over England now are so different to over here. it was just going to be so much work to convert my other car. You know, I thought I might as well build a new one. And
it's so low. How are you actually going to get into it?
well, you'll see later on. Yeah, it's not that low, you know. I can get in.
Is it feet first?
I don't know yet. No, it's. I'm happy with it. Just want to get out in practice and have a run with it. And same engine I ran last year at long track, so should be all right.
I mean, again, you've qualified for the third row behind the 4 top Dutch drivers. It's always difficult with the best drivers from Holland at the front. You have to act quickly to win it.
Oh yeah, you've got to get to them. I don't know really. I mean, depends who's in front of me.
Kroende, Kaiser, Lauwabers and Ronnerts.
I had Lou Wolves in front of me last year and he just wouldn't set off at start, you know what I mean? He was like hard work, but you need to get onto him on the first couple of laps. That's what I'm hoping to do anyway, so should be alright.
It's going to be hard with the sun coming out now. Tyres.
It's going to be warm, innit? You know, they're going to be burning tyres up, I think, so see how we get on. Don't know, yeah, it's a long race, isn't it? 25 laps round here. I mean, last year Kroende got away and like his tyre was knackered at end, but he managed to survive, didn't he? So.
Well, you've won national points, British, European. It's just the 2 world titles that are eluding you.
Yeah.
Maybe today you can take the first one.
We're trying.
Okay, Frank, cheers.
Cheers.
The top Dutch names have an advantage over the Brits. And sure enough, Kaiser and Kroende were off to a flyer at the drop of the green. As the Brits retired to the grass, these 2 top Dutchmen became the centre of attention.
At Coventry later on. With the Netherlands. Someone who's added a bit of inside weight there is 41 gas bots. And guess when well in practice? The Wayman family, Frankie Wayman Jr. 515 in a superb looking new long track car. Here at Barlow in Holland. Quite a few drivers are missing from the grid. Notably 33 Peter Folding, 34 Benny Nota, and also number 4 André Slaghekke, due to various problems. As this has moved Andrew Smith up the field and he's now starting on row 3 next to Frankie Wayman Jr. So the grid reads as follows: 217 on the inside of row 1, next to him number 10 Piet Keizer, then it's 22 Lauwabers, 240 Henk-Jan Ronnerts, 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. and 391 Andy Smith. They move into turn number 3 now. And the starter, Jos Reinen, he still waves the red flag. He's not pleased with the rolling lap of the car so far. And he's dropping the checkered flag and they're away for the long track world final. And Kaiser's got the jump on Ron Kroende. So it's number 10 from 217. Then it's 22, 515, 391 and 240 Piet Keizer. He leads the long track world final 228. Joop van der Werf, he flies in defense. What's Kroende going to do? 10, 217, 22. Andy Smith puts the pressure on 515 Frankie Wayman Jr. And Piet Keizer increases his lead over number 217, Ron Kroende. Are the English drivers going to make an impression on this race? In 4th and 5th they are Andy Smith and Junior Weymouth, but still it's number 10 from 217, then it's 22, 391, 515. Chris Bimmel's already flown up the field and he's in 6th spot. And they go past first back markers there, 377, Michael Story. Number 10 from and Andy Smith is going to retire. He's slowed down on the back straight. He's slowed down on the back straight, so that's the first of the English hopefuls gone. And Frankie Wayman Jr., he's stopped well down the field. And one thing is for sure, if Kroende has brushed the fence there, and Kaiser is really opening up a lead now. Kroende got it slightly wrong there. Kaiser in the lead from 217, Ron Kroende. and Frankie Wayman Jr. slows down now in turn 3 and 4. I think he's got a flat tyre on the right side. So Wayman Jr. Kroner's putting the bumper in there on Jason Holden. It's all upbringing here now. The English challenge is force ring. And Kroner's really getting on Kaiser's bumper now. It's going to be a close one. Oh! And Kroner sideways after Kaiser hit the fence there on the back straight. And both cars continue to race in this long track. Well, really, what's happening in this race? Kroner closes the gap again on Kaiser. But really, what's this? Oh, and Kaiser slowed down and Kroner's passed him, unbelievably. Both cars must be struggling on their tyres. Kroner's now past Kaiser, who seems to have a problem. He's dropping down now. And is it really going to be Ron Kroner's 5th world title? Low Robertson's closing on Kroner now. Chris Bimmel is in 3rd. And Pete Kaiser's world final dream has ended once again. Pete's on the infield now, he's cooling his engine. So it must have been overheating that brand new Kroner, and he's going to be the world champion of 1996.
Well, the Series UK Challenge dropped out, and the checkered wave was left to Gazbot to fly the Union Jack, with a discreet 5th place finish in the big race and a 2nd in the Jack Lees Trophy. Andy Smith kept in control long enough for a 2nd in the final race, with 2 shut, unbeatable as ever in the Formula 2 results. With results highly similar to previous years, it was left to Wilf van Leeuwen to make the biggest impression of the meeting. Keep your eyes on the Blue 94 car in the sponsors race, which we join next.
Oh, and Chris Bimmel is really going for it. And he puts Gaspar and Jason Holden and Elsie on the wing. And pulls out a lead on 29. Cross cutter there. 2 cars tangled, 557 the leader. From 391. And Andy Smith gets it wrong and Chris burns in. Andy Smith tried to put the bumper in there on the 21st Cooper. But Andres Lachek and 94 Wilf van Leeuwen. A lot of drivers have already ended their days racing. And Jan Ronitz, he blew his engine. Martin Vroeg, he's got engine problems as well. The winner of race number 2, he slowed it up. 36 on Bakken. This front axle is completely bent. So with this field we have to do for race number 3, the sponsors race. And drivers, of course, to look out for. 25 David Bardekoper from the front, and of course 41 Gasbox, 555 Wayman Jr., Kaiser and Ron Kroner, the world champion. So on to the back straight. Starter Jos Rein and left to green go at the end of the home straight there, catching some of the drivers out, but it's number 4 and the lead from 25 David Bardekoper. Moving up well, and he's going to put the bumper in down and 228 Yilk on the wheel, and Harrison slides underneath the 228 car and takes 3rd. Some good driving there from the Kettering blitz off. 393 and 9 Michael Smith, he's moving around well. And Kaiser's already there with Wayman putting Kaiser into the fence there. Frankie Wayman Jr. is determined to make it count in this one after 2 disappointing outings in race 1 and 2. And Kaiser's seeking revenge on Wayman there. Puts the ball right between the tangles with Kaiser. Oh, and Andy Smith tries to avoid the cars there, and there's got 393 Michael Smith sitting on his near wheel. He's going to try and rejoin. And it's been a disastrous weekend so far for Andrew, who was the 1994 world champion. Wayman's engine smoking a bit, and that might cause him some problems. But That's up front, it's Barry Pardicoper, number 25. From 97, Mary Harrison. And number 4, Andre Slokak. And Mary Harrison is really going well on this one. He's been put right there by number 4. But he shuts the ball nicely on the Northerner. So it's still 97 in second. Ron Kroon is really flying down the backs home straight there, and he's already into 4th. He's going to challenge number 4 now, takes 3rd really easily. And yet for Nuevo goes underneath the number 4 car there to pick up a place. Wayman's car smoking badly now as he powers his way past number 4. Andre Slokak. But still out in front is number 25, Barry Pardicoper on the ex-Ron Kroon chassis. The world champion himself, he's in second. Then it's Mary Harrison, 228, Young from the well. And then 515, Frankie Wayman Jr. in this very cool new long track special. As yet the car is not handling perfectly. And Wayman's not able to really challenge for the top honours and have a good race with Kroon down. Ron Kroon is already in 1st and looks to be cruising to win this race, this Qantas race. Of course, one more race to come after this one, and that's the grand final. Here we go with 217, then 25, 97, 228, and Low Robbers squeezing by 515 there. Wayman drops out of places, there's no being challenged by 41, Gas Force. But well and truly away, 217 in the lead. It's 25, 97, and then a quick tussle between 228, 22 and 515. Wayman chassis on a row there. Gasbot goes for Wayman there. Oh, and Pete Cars, that's a brilliant move there. He passes both English cars. And already pulls away there. Timos now on Wayman's bumper. And I'm sure Frankie Wayman thought a lot more of this afternoon than what's been coming so far. We got Kroon in 1st, Kelly Pardicoper in 2nd, Mary Harrison in 3rd, Lowell was in 4th, Dennis Rupp on the left, first and Chris Bill, Jasper and barely slipping, Wayman Jr. Dennis Andre Slokak and Jason Alden, and they complete the top 10. And Mary Harrison seems to be closing in on Barry Pardicoper there, especially on the turns. But Low Robbers, he's closing in on Mary Harrison, so it could be a good fight for that 3rd spot in a minute. And Robbers indeed passes the 97 car there. Murray is lining up behind 22. Is he going for contact? No. There is some traffic. And 25, Barry Pardicoper. A lot of pressure now from 22, Low Robbers. Oh, and he crosses. He loses his completely. Oh, and Wilfred Cornelia. He rolls it. Oh. I hope he's okay. Wilfred Cornelia. That looks like a really nasty roll over there. And the ambulance and the fire crews are going to the spot. Barry Pardicoper lost it when Low Robbers tried to challenge for 2nd, and Wilfred Cornelia got caught up in the melee and rolled over dramatically.
highlights of yet another three-heat Stoke Formula 1 session was the 1996 Consolation semi-final. The meeting got underway with a fine last-bend lunge winning Heat 1 for semi-race rejects Peter Falding, while Heat 2 featured a first round of New Zealand visitors and an average Wayman win. Heat 3 on the programme was the title race.
Tries to tangle and lean on him there, but as they come out of that last turn, it's falling, it crosses the line in first place. It comes to make too much of an effort of it. Comes out of turn 4 for the last time. Down goes the Checker Junior Wayman, takes it from close formation, as you can see, 18 cars on the grid, and just 2 of these guys will make it on to the grid at Coventry. They'll be at the back of the pack, but my goodness me, there's 1 or 2 there that might well liven things up if they are at the back there, because it really will be a muck or bust effort.
Breaking ranks.
From the drop of the flag, and this could be interesting as the flag goes down, and 292 Anthony Brown does his best to get into that turn quite quickly. Oh, and Colin there is going to create a problem or 2 there. Who's going to get round and who is? Amazingly enough, the first half of the field, Duggan, but they will get safely round. And there's a problem over there with Venables and Murray Harrison involved, and Jeff Nichols in 215. And against Wallop, straight to the fence. 203 Dan Clark and 371 Shane Dole, both up in the fence there along with the number 292 car. There's Tim Warwick in car number 307 over there far side from Glenn Daft in car number 96 in third position. Then comes the number 26 car of Ray Williams in 378. Another one stuck in the fence down there. It could be Venables. Let's see what happens as they come through again. It's Warwick in car number 307. Glenn Daft in car number 96 and what looks like number 26 in that third position. First, second and third. Then comes Wayne Hanley, car number 378. You know that 371 car was earlier in trouble on, and they're really getting stuck into the back there. Dan Clark right in the middle of that little lot as Andy Smith finds a way through and eases his way near to the front of the pack. Murray Harrison's going to put the bumper in hard there, trying to get rid of Smith. In he goes, and Smith is pushed out there as Harrison comes bombing through and having to get near the front of the pack. And the ground that Andy Smith made up on that last lap has all been lost, and he's got to do it again. Oh, Wallop. It's Jeff Nichols who really gets it there, and Nichols goes hammering into the wires on turns 1 and 2. Patches back out and rejoins, and it's 96 who's coming to the lead. But over on the far side, it's Dan Clark who's going like crazy in car number 203, along with Andy Smith in car number 391. Meanwhile, it's Clint Daft in car number 96 who's leading the pack. With car number 26, Ray Williams there, and 378, Wayne Hanley about to move up into third position, doesn't give him a chance. Frankie Wayne Senior is departed in car number 212. Shane Double is struggling in car number 371. Jim Warwick is still there in 307, but he's about to get a shot from Gilbank in car number 21 as Gilbank tries to stop on the inside, but Warwick shuts him right out nicely, then goes wide, and that's all that Gilbank needs to try and get through, but once again Warwick shuts the door nicely on him on the back straight and refuses to allow Gilbank to come through. Clint Daft in car number 96 is the man who's leading from Ray Williams in car number 26, and then Wayne Hanley in car number 378. Then a bit of a gap until we come to overtime. Mark Gilbank in car number 21. Murray Harrison has lost ground, remember, in car number 97. We'll just check to see whether he's up there or not. He could well afford his way back, trying to get past Nairn in car number 280. 391, Andy Smith gets past Nairn. Nairn has a cheeky little nibble at the back end of the Smith car, and that Smith car doesn't seem to be handling too well in and out of the turns. Still the number 96 car. Oh, and Frankie Wayman gets shoved out again by Williams. Off goes Brown in car number 292. Still Glenn Daft in car number 96. He's the one that's leading from number 26. Ray Williams in that second place. And these two are doing extremely well. Wayne Hanley in third position in car number 378. Then a bit of a gap to come to Mark Gilbank in car number 21. Murray Harrison in car number 97 and 391. Andy Smith behind his fourth place. Andy Smith in car number 391, followed by Mark Gilbank in car number 21 and Murray Harrison in car number 97. Wayne Hanley getting a little bit close to Williams and then never to try and get by. It doesn't quite happen for him. 96, Glenn Daft is still there though. Comes out of that turn, goes a little bit on the wide side. It's still close, and has he got a problem? He might well have. With 5 next time, Mr. Starter, and there is Williams putting in the bumper on Daft, trying to push him wide, but Daft comes back again and closes that gap. And it's still Daft in car number 96 from Williams in number 26 and Wayne Hanley in 378. And Wayne Hanley will really have to try and get close enough to do something if he wants to get into the first couple of places. He's dogged the Ray Williams car round and round, and all the time Smith in that fourth position. He's getting a little bit closer, hoping perhaps that something will go wrong up front. Daft in car number 96 from Williams in car number 26 and Hanley in 378. First, second and third from Smith in fourth place in car number 391. Then comes Mark Gilbank in car number 21 and Murray Harrison in 97. Then a bit of a gap. Who's next? Well, that remains to be seen because the rest of the cars that are running are well spread around this raceway. Daft, though, is the man in car number 96, coming past Colin Nairn, slow moving Colin Nairn, who could create a problem. Williams looking for an opportunity to come through on the inside as well. 3 more goes out. and Handley getting a little bit closer. Is he going to knock through? And Wayne Handley sees the opportunity. They're both tangled on that turn. Williams is left high and dry, and it's Handley who moves up in the second place in car number 3, 7, 8. Still 96 though, Glendaff the leader, and Will, the 371 car, put Handley away, which indeed he does. He goes out in the rough, and this could be Andy Smith coming up, maybe, to move up into that second place. Will it happen? And indeed it looks as if it has. It's Andy Smith. Surely now has moved up there into second place in car number 391. Glendaff, the comfortable leader in car number 96. From 391, Andy Smith in second place. Wayne Handley third in 378. In comes Mark Gilbank in car number 21. Money Harris in car number 97. Then May Williams struggling a little bit over on the far side in car number 26. So it looks as if, as they move on to the last lap, as if Andy Smith is going to make it, albeit at the back of the pack, and that could make things interesting at Coventry on September the 7th. But it's going to be a fine win for Glendaff in car number 96 as he comes out of turn 4 for the last time, crosses the line, takes the checker flag, with Smith in that second place in car number 391.
Well done, Glenn. A bit fraught in the closing stages there.
Well, I did struggle a little bit towards the end, but that's just one of them things. I went a bit tired. That's it.
Did you see him coming, or were you just keeping your foot down?
I didn't see him coming, but I felt him coming.
And he just needs to look in his mirror to see the charge of those high-graded drivers. Now led by 559. Bert Finnegan throws that bumper in there really madly. And 790 Mark Taylor came unstuck. Done brilliantly all season. And now looking for his first victory. But will he go for it now? He's gone out of it. Scott Cooper taking him out. As Finnegan now says thank you very much.
So the black for 446, Mr. Starter, if you can get him off there, we're trying to ease him off there.
The meeting constellation went to Phil Smith, final to Andy Smith, and Stocksline Grand National won by Junior Wayman. Formula 2 winners were a varied lot, including Mark Taylor, Bert Finnegan, and final winner Mark Helliwell. Incidents of note were Craig Howell's forceful slowdown at fire victim Steve Booth, a Mark Eater rollover in the final, and the awesome T-bone in charge of Jeff Nichols in the Grand National.
Simon looking assured at the final time, and here's Finnegan to take the checker to record another victory this evening here at Stoke.
It will be passed before the flag goes down. We've got a problem over on the far side by John Lund in car number 53.
The leading 3-0, but at the moment having to settle for fifth place behind 217 Rob Perry. Colin there, and it is the safety wires down off.
Both semi-finals run and the grid formed, the 1996 Coventry Stage World Final was shaping up to be yet another Lund-Wayman confrontation. Favourite for the victory was pole sitter John Lund, the Clitheroe dairy farmer, whose racing career dates back to 1977. John displayed a natural talent for the sport of stock car racing, and by 1982 the 53 car attained a red roof, which has lasted to this day. Despite a couple of attempts on the National Points Championship, it took until 1987 for John's rise to the very top, with the first of many World Final victories. In one of the classic World Finals, John let nothing stand between him and the checkered, and after 25 laps, Brisca Stock Car Racing had a replacement for the recently retired Stuart Smith. Following the 87 World victory, 53 became the undisputed number one stock car driver, winning 4 more world titles, including the long track. The point championship continuously up to 1992 in just about every other title possible. In 1992, the 53 car secured runaway wins in both world and points titles, a fearsome reputation for total mastery of the Odsal Bowl, and numerous victories over the latest pretender to the F1 throne, Junior Wayman. But in the post-World Final period, John's ice-cold composure started to slip. First came Bradford's October 31st Grand Prix finale, when an easy heat win led to a mere final third behind the flying local yellow top Mal Brown and Junior Wayman. And at Scunthorpe's last ever Formula 1 meeting, John surrendered his 5 years of Grand National Championships to Kev Smith. And the next day at Boston, long-eaten blue top John Wright literally left the world champion on the outside line, ending the Lund season on a low note. With a big driver's strike, the 1993 season started late, and this time John's top spot was to be challenged for the third time by Rotherham's Peter Foulding. Foulding had twice tried to topple Lund from the top of the sport, with both well-documented attempts in 1988 and 1989 ending in failure. Following these defeats, Peter had been visibly taking things easy since 1990. This situation was to change completely in the shortened 93 season, with Folding unbeaten on shale and just about able to match Wayman's Tin-Man prepared car on tarmac. Meanwhile, John struggled all season, but won a lucky semi-final at Buxton and lined up next to the 33 car on the front row of the World Final. Unfortunately, in a move which characterised the entire year, John mistimed an earlier lap attack on Folding, which left the 53 car in the wires. Peter raced after his second world victory, and after seeing off a sustained Wayman points title challenge, ended the year with gold and silver stripes, 9 final wins and a 34-point average. Despite maximum appearances, John could only manage a 24-point average and 2 final victories. To make matters worse, John finished third in the point championship, 90 points behind the other arch-enemy, Frankie Wayman Jr. 1994 saw Peter Folding racing number 1, Junior Wayman challenging even harder for the points, and John Lund debuting a distinctive new tarmac car. The 53 World Championship campaign came to a halt at the Long Eaton semi-final, when the leading Lund went the wrong way around a home straight pile-up. He clipped the fence and retired and had to watch from the centre green as Kev Smith took the front row start at Bradford. After Andy Smith won the Bradford World Final, all attention turned to the second Wayman versus Folding points battle. Junior Wayman won, and once again it was Lund in third place. But an improved points average and a stormy victory in the Stockton Grand National Championship proved that Big John wasn't done yet. With Andy Smith the new world champion and Peter Folding taking Sundays off to race a Tin-Man Eurocar in 1995, the new season took a familiar shape for Big John, who after winning the Conference Stage British Championship and the Sydney semi-final, lined up next to Junior Wayman and Andy Smith at his favourite tarmac, the ultra-high-speed Hensford Raceway. John's victories at the 2 previous Hensford World Finals made him joint favourite with fellow front row starter Junior Wayman, who was racing his first self-built tarmac supercar. With the winning down, Junior did indeed take the lead, but thanks to back markers, John was soon on the Wayman bumper. Going into lap 6, John executed a world-class vehicle attack on 515, sending Junior head-on into the West Bend Armco and out of the race. John was leading his third Hensford World Final, but within 2 laps suffered the same fate as the bumper of 391 Andy Smith. When Andy was piled into the East Bend by Keith Chambers, the race was cautioned, and on a restart, a well-placed 53 car suffered a slap outside rear tyre. John dropped out of a promising third, with Peter Folding waving goodbye the second with the same trouble. Later in the meeting, John once again planted Junior Wayman into the West Bend Armco, which set the scene for the decade's most exciting National Points Championship. As the season drew to a close, John was all set for silver paint, with around 100 points on second place Junior Wayman and declared World Championship Andy Smith a distant third. But thanks to the determination of Wayman, John's silver paint would have to wait. Going into the final 6 meetings, an incredible on-track vendetta between the 53 and 515 cars erupted, and while the two chose wrecking over racing, an unstoppable Andy Smith powered to 4 consecutive finals, and at the last meeting of the season, the silver roof. John started the 1996 season happy that he'd stopped Junior Wayman getting the points, and with his tarmac special sold, set about dual surface racing with a single car. As such, Junior Wayman soon became top point scorer and unsettled for a serious world final campaign. Once again, John walked his semi and lined up in pole position for the 1996 World Final. With a season of good shale results behind him, 53 wins seemed obvious, and sure enough, with the green flag waved, the 53 car went straight into the lead. A hefty Paul Harrison hit with 5 laps to go was John's only serious challenge, but at the checkered, the gold roof once more belonged to the People's Champion.
Straight after John Lund's World Final win, the Brisca Mini Stocks contested their Gold Roof race, the 1996 Nationals. Ben Greenock commentates this action-packed, but somewhat controversial mini race.
very quickly to that first turn, and car number 261 looks as if he's going to set the pace down that far, so with car number 1 just behind him, and then car number 30, Terence Clark. And they're really going in there, and the number 1 car of Marcus Hansen trying to break into the front, which he's indeed done. Dan Squires up there in car number 291, three abreast down the home straight to go into this National Championship, sponsored by S&J Plant Limited. Number 1, and 291 got crowded out there. Car number 30, Terence Clark makes a little bit of an effort, but then he's been sideswept again as he goes around that turn because Squires in the inside. Off goes Jasper, car number 70. Number 1 and 261 fighting it out down the home straight into turns 1 and 2. 121, there it is from 291 and number 30. And we've got car number 183. In the positions there along with number 38 and 387 past the number 4 car of Graham Lever over on that far side. Leader coming again, car number 1. Marcus Hansen in car number 1 from 261 in that second position. Dan Rogers in car number 261, and Rogers trying to get through on the inside there of Marcus Hansen as they go down that back straight. Then got number 291, number 30, number 38 and 183 Claire Maynard on the outside. Into the home stretch again and again. The 291's got the lead, just nosed in front there. And somebody's going to go there, and a nice bit of driving there from number 291, Dan Squire. Really thumped it in good old stock car style, and he's going to get a little bit of the home meds by the look of it because the man right behind him there. Oh, look at this, they're all coming through, and somebody's going there, all gone there. And 183's gone into the lead. Looks as if the drivers are all okay. They are indeed, cars still motoring. So we've got Claire Maynard in the lead now in car number 183 from 387. And number 1's gone. Marcus Hansen then smoking there, which could be a little bit... oh yes, he's lost it again there on that turn, so something obviously radically wrong. Whoops, and away he goes. So in fact he is dropping oil, which could make it life a little bit difficult. 291 at the halfway stage then, Mr. Sarder. 291. Oh yes, it did that happen. There's oil on that track, and that was car number 38 and 425 there, skating out all over the place. So we thought it'd be pretty lively, and it looks as if it might be. Car number 291 then, that's the one, Daniel Squire in car number 291, really rattling his way around here. And we've got Mark Traherne right across the track there in car number 38. But it's 291 and 183. First and second places over on the far side. Traherne puts the car away onto the rumble strip. So it's 5 next time. So the number 1 car gets out there, Marcus Hansen. 183. Lead car. Last lap, 387. So we got the first 3. There's the checkered flag, and it's going to be that order by the look of it. 387, James Traherne across the line first. Claire Maynard 183. 291. Okay, 291 there. 1 or 2 more to come through, Mr. Starter. As the trophies are being presented as well. Major sponsored by S&J Plant Limited. Okay, so there we go. Nice round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, all the way round.
But everyone came here to see the world-class Formula 1 revenge racing, in particular the World Sequel, a 16-car race headed by new champion John Lund.
A bit of a fun event to see how the shale cars, or the cars that were used on the shale last night, in fact go on the tarmac. Okay, they go again. This time Julian nudges ahead there. Oh, and look at Mr. Croner go bombing down there, and the New Zealander, all of them. Oh my goodness me! So that's 1, 2, 3 of them in there, 4, 5 of them all caught up there. That was certainly quite spectacular. This is caught up in it, so is car number 240, Heck Van Ronitz. Yes, they're all moving again. So, car number 217 giving the a good run for the money round there. Off goes John Lundy, car number 53, after receiving a visit there. Still after Junior Wayman, and Wayman pushing it a little bit, remembering he's using that shell car, so maybe at least in theory we should get a point of proving this afternoon, who knows. Run loses a little bit there. Gareth is moving up nicely, car number 41, so it's 515 and 217 and 41. Who's this coming out here? USA 1, Leeds head 1 side by side. Lou Volby's right in the middle of it. A little bit of a nudge there from Volby. She's going to show that. Car run of Kim Layson's side a little bit, and he does. Through at the halfway, Hank Van Ronitz, car number 240 goes through there. Whoa! And it's number 3 who's gone into the fence over there. That's Kerry Lawrence. He's going to back off, and it looks as if he's going to be in a position to at least move the car. It's still mobile, if nothing else. It's still pretty close up front, as you can see. Gareth gives Croner a little shove there, pushes him wide. Where is he go? Oh, he's going to have a go, and and he's gone, and it's Ron Croner goes into the lead. Croner goes into the lead in car number 217. 1515 Junior Wayman. This could be interesting indeed. Goes by again, a lovely little nudge there, having to go those two up, and he misses out there on, it looks as if Junior might be having a handling problem or two, so it's Ron Croner in car number 217, who's stalled his way to the lead in this one. 3 to go, Mr. Starter, 3 to go. So the 3-lap board goes out, and Ron Croner is up there in car number 217. The number 25 car of Barry Pineapple straight through there. Well, proved an interesting one despite the shortage of cars. The last lap board goes out. Car number 217 then from Gareth Butt in car number 41. And 228 in fact in third position. So down he goes, we're up 2 and 3. So there we go, the man with the trophy and the checker flag, keeping the Dutch flag flying, very much so as well. Nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for 217 Ron Croner. Ron Croner.
Before the final flag of the day, Ray Witts took heat 1, Tim Warwick followed in rising Dutch star Berry Powder Cooper, Gaz Butt won heat 2, and the crowd stood at applauding as White Top Michael Story won heat 3. He went final when the elected world champion Keith Chambers. His H25 car of Berry Powder Cooper driven to victory in a dry track Grand National.
Ortman's up and over there, that was remember, so let's keep our fingers crossed. That's a lad going to make it. Michael Story in car number 377, really, and that's number 7, Jack Van Dijk, is shoved out of the way there by Andy Smith in 391, but it's going to be a win by the look of it for Michael Story in 377, and he'll be delighted about that. Down it goes, and Story takes it with 377 on 391, number 2 and 180. 26 cars on the grid, and the race will be over 20 laps. Less than 20 goes up the barn. Third position at the moment, and he's going to go on the inside, I rather think, and move up into second position. Chambers goes wide, and of course NZ1, Kimley's going there, and the other one I think is 228 at Joop van der Werf from on the last lap. And that's there is checkered flag for number 25. They remain in that order down that far side. Through again come the lead.
The next weekend at Long Eaton kicked off the 1996 Grand Prix Series, and in his first round Rob Perry won the final. Lund won his first Grand National as world champion. Liam Platt got a terrific last lap victory over Frankie Wayman Jr. That race was called Heat 3. It was the highlight of the meeting, and we joined it at the halfway.
And now the leader is being pressured indeed by Platts in car number 77. Platts is going to wind it up on that turn, and in it goes with a hearty old thump in an effort to shove the Andy Robertson car wide, and he does so, and through goes Platts to take the lead in 77 from Robertson in 140, and then Junior Wayman in 515, and Junior Wayman now getting a little bit closer each time round. Matt Bennett is also up there in car number 413, and so is Paul Harrison in car number 2, and Andy Smith in 391, and surely it's Smith's turn to wind it up, and he does, puts the barrel on there, and Harrison goes bouncing into the car at the side of him, but he doesn't lose any ground. Yes, he does, because Smith comes through nicely in car number 391 and goes chasing after Bennett in car number 413. Under the toe turn they go. Still Liam Platts in car number 77 in the lead, but they're really winding it up as Junior Wayman in car number 515 does his best to narrow the distance between first and second places. Round 3 and 4 and into the home straight away again, and it's still 77 Liam Platts, but Junior Wayman is in pursuit all the way around in 515 with 5 next time, Mr. Starter, 5 next time. So with 5 laps to go, this could be anyone's, because certainly as far as the lower places are concerned, i.e. 3rd, 4th and 5th, they really are tramping on all the way around there. Car slipping and sliding all over the place, but the lead's coming through again, and he's still Platts in car number 77, but Junior Wayman's right up there in car number 515. Then comes Matt Bennett in 413, Paul Harrison in car number 2, and Andy Smith in 391. Then Richard Mason in car number 202. Platts in number 77 there, still keeping off this challenge from Wayman in car number 515, and Wayman looks as if he might have gotten a spot of bother there, but they both missed it, both first and second places, and those two are beginning to draw away from the rest of the field. Harrison there in car number 2, and Matt Bennett 413, then 391 and 202. That's the running order, the first 5 or 6 cars as we move into the closing stages of this event. Still in Platts in car number 77, but Junior Wayman looks as if he's going to do his best to narrow that gap with 3 to go, and maybe put him away if he gets an opportunity. Back markers, which surely will influence the decision. He doesn't have to, as Platts goes wide on the toe turn, and through that gap without any messing around goes Junior Wayman in 515, and it's Junior who's now leading. Ian Platts doing his best to get back into contention and maybe use that front of it. He doesn't do so. Into the home straight, those cars both come, and it's Junior in car number 515 from Platts in number 77, then a bit of a gap until he gone to Paul Harrison in car number 2, Matt Bennett in 413, Andy Smith in 391. That's the situation in the closing stages of this event. Out goes the 2-lap board. John Land in car number 53 goes by. Junior Wayman in 515, still Platts though, has not allowed Junior to get too far away at all. And it's just a little bit of a hope that if Junior gets boxed, which indeed he has been on there, and whop, in he goes, really hard on that turn, and away he goes, and it's Platts surely now who's going to come through to take the checkered flag, timed it beautifully, and it's Platts indeed, in car number 77, who cracked it in hard on the turn. Away went Junior Wayman, Platts dived through, took the opportunity really well to take the checkered flag. Well, a real little bit of stock car racing in the closing stages there. Good old-fashioned stuff indeed. And that will do us, Mr. Starter, please. Reds, if you would.
September the 22nd was the date for Northampton International Raceway's last big title of the 1996 season, the prestigious Formula 2 Stock Car World Championship final. As ever, Rob Speake was the favourite to win, although a huge crash at the race wall 8 days earlier put into question the certainty of a 2-8 gold groove. In search of the answer to that question, Adrian Blackwell talked to Rob before the race.
To the defending world champion, of course it is 2-8 Rob Speake. Rob, this car's been well mended after last week, I believe.
Yeah, it's had 1 or 2 new parts on it. It's been rebuilt, so we'll just have to see how it goes.
It was a big accident at Cowdenbeath. What actually happened?
Yeah, I was just following John Fortune straight and the throttle stuck. We put us both in. I got a lot of damage, he got a lot of damage, but we're still here, so see how it goes.
You weren't considering using one of your other cars?
They're all about as bad as this was, so I was pick the one and rebuild it.
Right, everyone's been saying that you are on record as saying no one's going to come past you and get away with it. Is that true? That's your aim for the race? You're just going to take out anyone who tries it?
Have to see when they drop the flag.
How do you rate the chances with others around you? You've got Mike James alongside, a knowledge hard driver. Of course, you've got Nick Sauder behind, Dean Mason, some big hard hitters there.
Well, we'll just have to see how it goes, isn't it? Everyone's an hard hitter, but everyone wants to win, so they don't want to take the chance of taking themselves out, do they? So we'll just have to see.
How do you rate your season so far? Obviously, you're way up there, top of the points. You've got an 800 or so point lead. British champion, although fortuitously.
Yeah, I've won a fair few, but it's the worst year I've had for damage. You know, I've had more damage than anything else, so just have to see. Might go right today.
Is that damage because you've been more aggressive, or other drivers getting more aggressive with you?
I'm trying to avoid things and you end up in it. I should have just gone flat out through them.
All right. Well, who do you, if you don't win today through mechanical failure or whatever, who do you see as the guy with the best chances of taking the checkered flag?
You can't say, you know, it's one of them races you just can't say who's going to win. Tell you the last lap.
But obviously you hope it's going to be you.
Well, yeah, we'll be trying, won't we? But if it's not to be, it's not to be. It's always next year, isn't there?
There certainly is. That's the defending champion, number 2-8, Rob Speake. Rob, good luck in today's race.
Cheers, thanks.
And sits today on pole
During
position.
the course of the last 2 World Finals, everyone had prepared themselves for another flag-to-flag 2-8 cruise. While Rob did indeed make it to the top spots early on, the level of destruction around him marks a new level of Formula 2 competition. The incredible opening lap destruction only stopped with a race caution and had to be seen to be believed.
2-8 car, Rob Speake. Rob involved in a huge accident at Cowdenbeath last week and rebuilt the car during the week. One of the top Southwestern experts, Bill being at the top of the sport for many years now.
Are you ready? Start your engines. Nicely controlled, rolling lap down the back straight. Okay, down they go. And off they go. All the way around there, Bill Patton moved. Oh, at 6.58 moving into Patton straight away. So as they come out of the first turn, there's the lead car. It's Mike James in car number 717 from Rob Speake in car number 218. Bill Patton in third position in car number 167. Sort of going in hard and giving Patton a good old shove there in car number 152. And as they go down the back straight, still James in 717 from Speake in car number 218. Oh, and away goes Patton in car number 167. So does Sorder in car number 152. And they're 3 abreast down the home straight there. Patton out the first casualty as they go round there. Toon Schutt moving up nicely, and there's more problems this time for number 13, Andy Ford, and Colin Hickman in car number 778. He too is struggling just a little bit as the field spreads out right around here. Batten gone in the early stages in car number 167. Sorder popping him away in car number 150. Sorder goes through in car number 152, chasing the lead cars as they're all stretched around this raceway now. And it's Mike James in car number 717, bombing down that far side from Speake in car number 218 in that second position. Then comes Sorder in car number 152. Oh, and 667. Farrell in a bit of bother there as Mickle makes ground in car number 4. Mickle goes wide and it's car number 74. Dan McKinstry, who goes through on the inside with car number 505 at the side of him. And Ivor Collins really lapping it up as he goes down that far side with number 74. The Irishman Dan McKinstry just behind him. 658 bombing down that far side. And that's Dean Mason from Lancaster. He too just passes Mickle in car number 4 on the inside there. The Dutchman is also in the running there. That's number 46. He's there cork-upping. Toon Schutt in car number 30, still making ground, but got quite a way to go. Ben Knight in car number H44 is also moving rapidly down there, Shutt trying to come through on the inside. Meanwhile, all the eyes are up front to see what's going to happen there as Mike James in car number 717 motors down that far side with still Rob Speake, the defending champion, car number 218 in that second position. Speake getting a little bit closer as James comes down the home straight. There's not too much between them as Speake tries to go around the outside. He's lining James up, has a guide him there, and James is in trouble in car number 717. He manages to straighten the car up, but it's Speake who's going to put the pressure on as they go down that far side. It's going to go again, and Mike James is shoved in the rear end as Speake tries to come through up on the inside, and there's a whole heap of cars there, and Speake who's taken over in car number 218. Speake takes over in car number 218. The whole heap of trouble down here as cars are let it all down the track, but there's still a way through as everybody tries to get themselves sorted out. Meanwhile, let's keep our eyes on Speake in car number 218. He's the man who's now leading the pack from James in car number 717, and Mick Sorter's up there as well in car number 152. He's in that third position, surely. Just check that as they come through, and that is the case. So it's first, second and third, not too far apart. It's Sorter now who's battling on, charging down there and moving after James in 717, puts the bumper in on Mike James, and Mike James is catapulted away on that turn, but he's still in that second position, and he's not, and Sorter's gone, and the leader's gone, they're all happening down here on the home straight. They're all gone, just making sure the drivers are all okay. Oh, and that's one of them away. That's it. So really opened it up now. And are we going to get a surprise winner here? We've got a problem, Mr. Starter. We've got a problem. No, we haven't. We're all right. Yes. Yes, wave yellows go out.
With the ultra-threatening Mick Sorter out of the race, Speake had it easy on the restart, but unexpected brake loss brought the closing laps back up to fever pitch. We joined over the last few laps, and Adrian Blackwell in the pits after the race.
7 and Farrell in car number 667. Down that far side, Simpson 717, and James is really doing his best to try and short the distance and get into earshot of this 218 car. The two-lap board goes out, and it is still speaking car number 218, but James isn't that too far away. Will James get close enough to have a real launch at this man before the checkered flag goes down? The last lap board is being prepared, and as they go down that far side, it did still speak, but James is very much in contention. He's car number 717 coming out of turns 3 and 4. The last lap board goes out. It's going to be 218 to 717, and Mike James getting a little bit closer. Is he going to have a go right on that last turn? Are we going to have a surprise? Let's see if that's the case. The speed goes down that back straight for the last time. It's 218 717 Mike James. Mike James isn't going to get close enough by the look of it, and the rank comes 3 and 4, and into the hub straight away. It's Speake again. He's going to take the second flag. It goes up, it comes down, and Speake takes it in car number 218 from 717. Mike James in that second position. There's a whole heap of trouble over there, but it looks as Kinstry could be in third place in car number 74. Oh dear, what a race. One or two more to come across the line, Mr. Starter. Speaking there, flying around and making a spectacle of it all, and why not? That will do us, Mr. Starter. The red flags, if you would. The 1996 Formula 2 World Championships, sponsored by Anderson Racing Engines in association with Avon Tyres, subject to what will be a final check of the charts. So the steward's decision goes to Rob Speake in car number 218.
Rob Speake there, going to the 218 car, Rob Speake, with 717 Mike James in second. But I guess what's really pleased is the Northern Ireland 74 driver, Darren McKinstry, starting back on the fourth row. Darren had it all to do there.
There they are, first, second and third with their trophies. Let's hear it for them, please, if you would. The 1996 Brisca Formula 2 World Champion 218 Rob Speake, Mike James in second place in 717, and number 74 in that third position from Northern Ireland, Dan McKinstry.
Defending world champion 218 Rob Speake. Rob, that was not an easy race.
No, not by far, but it was a good race. It was entertaining.
It certainly was for the crowd. You had a very hairy moment when you got spun on the start-finish straight there.
Yeah, I clipped it out with my side rail. Luckily enough, it all bent, but not on my tyre, and I was able to spin it around and keep going, stay in first position, so it was close.
Were you worried on the restart there? You got Mike James right behind you on the restart.
I thought Mike could leave it to the last few laps before he'd pass me, because if he'd passed me, then I'd be passing him, and I thought he'd hang on and try and bury me. But he caught me up. My brakes wasn't as good as when I started towards the end, but he'd have had a go, but he'd have been out to pass.
Were you surprised that he didn't actually have a go at you on the last bend there?
Yeah, I thought he'd have had a go, because it's the only chance you've got all year of winning it, so I thought he'd have had a good dive.
You mentioned some problems with brakes with your car. Did that really hamper you? Because Mike, you certainly pulled out a lead from Mike, and then Mike gradually caught you in the last few laps.
Yeah, I pulled out a lead, and it was going quite well, and then it must have boiled the fluid in the front or something, and then it was just every time I braked, the tip was tailless, so I couldn't win as fast. So he closed me in, but it just was enough.
You let Mike James take the initiative at the start and get away. Was that your real tactics for the race? Let didn't you? See what the rest were going to do.
You can't have any tactics before the race. All you can do is wait till the flag and then see what happens, then suss out what you're going to do then. I thought I could have beat him off the line, but he beat me. And luckily enough we both got away, it was clear, and I caught him up past him, and it was good.
I guess your sponsors must be really pleased with the race result. Anderson's there with the racing engines, of course.
Yeah, and Justin HCD, and I've only had these cars for 2 years and I've won 2 world finals, so it's a good record for him. Yeah, it's good, yeah, everyone's happy.
Wonderful. Well, I guess you've also got the national points sewn up. Do you consider that sewn up now?
Yeah, that's finished now, I've won them, so everything's won really for the seasons. A few little championships left, we'll have a go at them.
Well, that's not a bad season, is it? National points, world champion, British champion. Well done, 2 on 8, Rob Speak.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks very much, Rob Speak.
Come on over here.
Okay, right, we have 3rd place here in Northern Ireland, 74, Darren McGish. You must be really pleased with that.
Yeah, excellent. I was just looking to finish, really, basically.
That was a good race. You no problems with your car?
No, just took my time and...
Were you a bit surprised that Mike James didn't have a go at Rob Speak on the last bend there? You probably saw them in front of you.
I was more worried about the way behind me. I wasn't looking at him.
Well done, that's a great result for you. You must be really pleased. Well done, Darren McKinstry, Northern Ireland 74.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Well,
I'm with the 717 driver, Mike James. Mike, 2nd place, please. Disappointed?
yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I thought I was going to get him on the last corner, but the back marker got in the way, but that's the way it goes. Good old driver he is, and he done it in the end again, didn't he?
So he was. That was a rough old race out there.
Yeah, it was. We had a bit of a camozzle up the end with Mr. Sorder, but he ended up in the parked car, so I don't understand why he didn't see him, but there you are.
Yeah, I guess you must be fairly pleased with that. I mean, he pushed you out wide, and he was the one that ended up in the pile on the outside.
Yeah, this is it. I don't know, I think he needs a pair of glasses.
Did you actually see Rob Speak have his problem? He spun out at the end of the start-finish straight, and you really caught him back up again there.
That's right, yeah. I thought that's curtains for him, but it wasn't again. He had a few bits drop off, but still carried on.
Well, I'm very happy with 2nd place then, so well done, Mike James.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Mike.
30 minutes now. 320, the lead car. Very White on workshop in car number 320 last time round. There he is, in the lead. 30 going through.
On 2, they brought the still Formula 2 World Champion to Long Eaton, where Rob raced to a final win ahead of Midland Share Ace 824 Rob Johnson. Meanwhile in the Formula 1s, Rob Perry took another final while Platts won Heat 1. A resprayed World Champion car John Lund took Heat 2, next hot stocker Brandon Marlowe won the Grand National. Long Eaton local Brandon had been restricted to a borrowed Glendaff car in 1996, but nonetheless made the World Final grid and awaits another big chance in 1997.
She's putting that one out there.
Next day, racing moved to Northampton where Mike Smith won it all. Young Teesside star, previously famous for his World Final Day rollover at Hednesford, took Heaton final ahead of Ray Wicks and Junior Wayman respectively. Other sights to see with a much handed down tarmac special now being driven by 275 Jason Percy, a normal mixed order Formula 2 final win, and the run of top places for 284 Chris Lloyd.
To the leaders, Peter Earl, 375 going down the back stretch. There's a challenge for 2nd spot there from 222, who's having a little look up the inside of the 395 driver.
Carl Gilbert in 395. Around goes car number 591. Well, testing down there. Will Wayman get close enough as they go through on the last lap? And if he does, it's got to be on that back straight. Down there they go. 393, 515. Is he going to do it? He's trying hard. My goodness, he was trying hard, but he didn't quite make it. So over the line goes Michael Smith in car number 393 from Junior Wayman in 515 and Chris Lloyd in 284. 515. Oh, and Richie's going to have a go. Whoop! In it goes. Right on that turn there. And it's going to be close. Junior makes it into 2nd place. Ray Wicks ran it up nicely. Connected, but didn't quite do the job that he hoped for.
About 102 Dixon getting back into number 15, Jonathan Gibson in 119 moving through. Chased by John Hagen Cotton. Jonathan Gibson from
The last weekend of October started on Friday, with a possible last ever meeting scheduled at Bradford. Races, including the big money SRP national races, run over 2 legs, alongside the regular Formula 2 programme. Rob Speake led home the Finnecans in the first leg, with Rob Johnson taking a hectic part 2, despite climbing over the opposition on turn 2. Stu Finnegan won the title thanks to his 2 second places, and rounded off the Formula 2 programme with a fine final win. Formula 1 race at this possible last ever Bradford went the way of Phil Smith, Junie Wayman and Dave Johnson, with Andy Smith winning the final, which we join next. The final was followed by Steve Ree's announcement stating that Odsal dates now have been planned for 1997, sending everyone home happy.
And the Reds, Mr. Driver, please. Reds, if you would. He's giving back marks. Oh, and he's got himself in trouble. He's got himself in trouble there. Now, this could really be interesting there because the 824 car of please you remain back behind 109 at the halfway. Halfway next time, Mr. Carter, against the message. 213 Des Chandler going after Howard, in car number 52. Bill Smith going one again in car number 109. As goes Rob Perry down here in 217. Junior Wayman finds second spot above it as well in car number 515. Tiffany just looks away. Tiffany is pulled away from the rest of the pack. Remember that Perry was in trouble in the early stages. He's not up there in the places at all. Oh, Wallop and the side there really put away by Smith, and Smith goes to it as well in car number 109, and that gives Johnson a nice clear run now in car number 383. 33 Peter Foulding, is he through there? It looks as if he is, and he's certainly blasted away through, as is Andrew Smith in car number 391, and my goodness me, it's all happened down here, instant away through. Wave yellows, Mr. Strada, wave yellows. The green flag goes down, and Dave Johnson well away from Peter Foulding in car number 33. So it's 3 and 33, 391, and 1 3 Raw Paddy comes to cut down there. So Johnson into the lead, car number 33, Peter Foulding in car number 33, car number 391, then comes to the 515, and Richard Mason car number 202. Johnson a flyer though, Peter Foulding in pursuit of car number 33, Junior takes the whole line. Really on Johnson, but Johnson trying to pass through. He's got a little bit wide there. Anyone's going to make the turn down the corners. He thinks that can hold it tight. 33 Peter Foulding in that second fish stage. All eyes though have got to be up front because all of a sudden Peter Foulding has really closed that gap right down, and it is side by side. Down the home straight to Johnson. Johnson gets the edge of over the lad, but Peter Foulding trying to slip underneath him, but he's not going to be quick enough. Yes, he is. It's Foulding who takes the lead over on the far side. Johnson is 33, and now in pursuit. Johnson gets a club there, straight in, as Andy Smith goes in this occasion. Oh, it has. Those back markers have very much influenced the situation because suddenly Andy Smith finds himself in a position to try and use the bumper. Peter Foulding again winding it up all the way. Knows it's close. As Smith goes after him down the home straight and into 1 and 2 again. Time though is running out. Peter Foulding goes a little bit wide. Andy Smith trying to get through on the inside as they go side by side down that far side. The split back goes into the lead. And now what's going to happen? Will Peter Foulding get close enough? Probably not. As they start to prepare to go down the back straight for the last time. Peter Foulding in fact isn't going to get close enough, and it looks as if Andy Smith is going to take this one. 391 Andy Smith across the line from Peter Foulding in car number 33. Formula 1 final, coming through it all for the victory. Andy Smith number 391 takes the last Oslo final of the stadium.
Straight away again moves into
The third and final 1996 Birmingham Formula 1 session went numerically to Jamie Davison, whose new for 96 Talent Special came home first in every race but the final. The final itself went to Gaz Bott, who followed his recent August UK Open Championship title win with an easy-looking October checker. Formula 2 races went to mixed order, who will be banned the next week for repeating his World Final race, beating down in Baton in the Heatherston Stage Grand National Championship.
But Lloyd's still up there in 284. Jamie Davison winds it up to somebody who'll surely go wide on that turn, and Ray Winch is trying to come through on the inside, but again the door is very firmly shut. But it's Davison who goes into the leading car number 464. Ray Winch follows him through in car number 182. Chris Mitchell, there's the flag, and it's Davison who takes it in car number 464. But what a ding-dong of a battle.
It does, puts him offline, and Sorter takes over. Rather think that's the case. Sorter in car number 152, leading the pack from one of them on the far side before he could even cross the start-finish line. Oh, and Ray Winch is caught up over on the far side in car number 180. Get past Smith over on that far side as the checker flags prepare. It's going to be a close finish. Oh, and Junior Wayman puts it in hard there. Gareth Budd takes in car number 41. It's Darrell second across the line in 371 from Michael Smith in 393. In that third position, then Jamie Davison in 464. Junior Wayman in 515. And who's next? Well, it could well be John Lundy. After tackling with Murray Harrison in car number 97.
The last one in the last week of 96 featured Steve Jacklin Rowe.
Through the leader in car number 410 from Dave in car number 321. There's one over, straight over, and what a roll that was. Steve Jacklin in car number 136 there. The yellows coming straight out.
This fine barrel roll was the last of the season, with Murray Harrison, Rob Perry, Pete Faulding, and last but not least, John Lund race winners. But we'll leave the season review where it started and go to the November the 3rd Stoke Auto Speedway Grand National Championship, hoping 1997 brings racing of the same high quality. See ya!
Coming through from the blue top start. Bumpers going. Chris Broxell goes into the wires.
Away, John Lund has stripped away. There still could be a problem there. And into the fence. They all go on that turn. And yes, he was waiting his chance all right.
By the look of it, the man who obliges is Paul Harrison in car number 2. Peter Falling, Mark Webster in 226. 97 Murray Harrison, 27 Tristan May. 13 Stu Fellows, Craig Howard in 52. Mark Eaton in 61. Richard Mason in 202. 338 Chris Broxell. 343 Barry Heath. 73 Ron Cowley. 137 Andy Jacklin. 109 Phil Smith. 213. 255, 215 Jeff Nichols, 237 Bob Timperley, 99, 493 and 378. John Lund who sets the pace though, coming out of turn 4 nicely, swims it round there. Sail flying at the rear of his car. With Junior Wayman in 515 in that second position, followed by Peter Faulding in car number 33, and then Paul Harrison in car number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight down there. Murray Harrison in fifth place in car number 97, and Mark Webster in car number 226. Bill Smith has gone again, long turns 3 and 4 in car number 109. Rest of the field still progressing. With John Lund in car number 55, really setting a hot pace all the way around here. Junior Wayman, though, still not too far behind in car number 515, but Peter Faulding in third position, apparently getting just a little bit closer. Problems down here again for Andy Jacklin in car number 137 and Chris Broxell in 338. Down here on the home straight, still John Lund in car number 53 from Junior Wayman in 515. First and second positions with Peter Faulding in that third place in car number 33, and then Paul Harrison in car number 2, followed by 97 Murray Harrison at 226. Mark Webster, trouble here again on the home straight is Jeff Nichols in 215. Tangles with Craig Howard in car number 52. It looked as if both of them might be bound for the fence, but they took avoiding action there. Still in fact in battle over there on the far side with Howard breaking away from the attention of Nichols in 215. Still London, just look at the way that John Lund is flying around this raceway. Coming up against Matt Marcus now, which very often has an
influence on the outcome of the race. Will John Lund be able to get through them before Junior Wayman can get to back up with him? He's trying to get past Bird in car number 99 on that back straight to put a couple of cars behind him, which indeed he does. Wayman with a quick burst down the back straight, tries to narrow the gap. Peter Falling still not too far behind as they come out of 3 and 4 into the home straight away. This Grand National Championship is really being set at a hot pace indeed. Oh, and John Lund gets himself caught up there, and Junior Wayman tries to get underneath him on the far side. He car number 515, and the bumpers will surely go in on that turn as John Lund breaks up. He goes a little bit wide. Junior Wayman trying to come through on the inside, and Junior Wayman takes over in car number 515 from John Lund in car number 53, and they both get going now. Away goes Lund in car number 378 as he tangles with 78 Wade Hanley. John Lund goes that up, she's up now for Junior Wayman in 515 with Peter Falling moving up in the same place in car number 33. Then comes Paul Harrison in car number 2, 97. Murray Harrison is also there in the place. Then Mark Webster in car number 226 and Richard Mason in car number 202. It's halfway next time, Mr. Starter. So the halfway stage, Junior Wayman's gone. Junior Wayman has departed in car number 515. Would you believe it? That's 2 of the much fancied men already out, and it's Peter Falling who's taken over in car number 33. Peter Falling in car number 33 down the home straight away, with Paul Harrison in pursuit, moving Bob Templey out of the way. No uncertain terms, straight into the fence he goes. That's 97. Murray Harrison there has moved up into 3rd place. Paul Harrison in car number 2 in 2nd position, and the lead is 33. Peter Falling. Out of turn 4 comes Peter in car number 33, well in the lead and moving around here very, very rapidly indeed. Paul Harrison, as yet, not making any impression on the gap between 1st and 2nd places. Murray Harrison in car number 97 still in that 3rd place, and they're evenly spaced around this raceway. Remember, we're into the second half of this Grand National Championship 1996, and it's 33, Peter Falling from number 2 and number 97, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. 202, Richard Mason up there, Barry Heath, and then Des Chandler in 213, with its eyes on front for Peter Falling in car number 33, putting back markers behind him each time round. 33, Peter Falling, number 2, Paul Harrison, and 97, Murray Harrison. 1st, 2nd and 3rd, off goes Phil Smith, who's had a bit of a disastrous run in this event in car number 109. The pace as he goes down that back straight from the number 2 car of Paul Harrison, and then Murray Harrison in car number 97. Harrison in fact goes a little bit wide. That's Murray in car number 97, as a result of which a little bit of a gap between 2 and 3rd place. It opens up in the closing stages. Still holding in car number 33 from number 2 and number 97, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And once again it looks as if Peter Falling is just pulling away a little bit. He's on the corners where it looks as if Harrison seems to catch up just a little bit and shorten the distance, and time is running out, and if Paul Harrison's going to make a move, he's going to really try and make a move very, very quickly. He knows too that if he does, it'll have to be a good one, because Peter Falling is not an easy man to displace at any time. Peter Falling in car number 33 with a 3-lap board going out, a 2-lap board going out. 33 and number 2, 1st and 2nd from Barry Harrison in car number 97 in 3rd position. 4th would well be Richard Mason in car number 202, followed by 213 and 343, but it's right up there at the front of the pack where it really matters, and out of that turn very confidently indeed Peter Falling in car number 33 from Paul Harrison in car number 2, and then 97 Murray Harrison, and that could well be the finishing order as they go down the back straight for the last time. Mr. Starter gets that black and white ready, and Peter Falling powers it round 3 and 4, comes into the home stretch. There's the black and white, it goes up and it comes down, and Peter Falling crosses the line in 1st place in car number 33 from Paul Harrison in car number 2, who's 2nd and 97 Murray Harrison 3rd. Just observation, but it looks as if Richard Mason is 4th in car number 202, maybe Chandler in 213, and then Barry Heath in 343. But a race run at a very fast pace indeed, and 2 changes very early on. That'll do us, Mr. Starter. Out go the Reds.